I'll say it
Trash
to
to
his
Cash
face.
Pod.
I'll say it straight
Trash
to his face.
Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 107. I can't even talk because Carrie's stepping right before the show even starts. Hi, Carrie.
Look, I'll say it to his face.
All right, say it to his face.
Yeah, say it.
We're live now. He's listening.
No, I'm
Go.
a little nervous now.
You're not going to say
I want him
it?
here, and then I'll say it.
Okay. All right. His face is going to be watching.
Directly to his face, I'm going to say it.
All right. You really close,
I want
mouth to mouth.
Close.
Okay. Anyways, this is a reselling podcast. Welcome to the show. As always, I'm Dave, the ADH guy. With me is Carrie, the artificial intelligence fake human who's not real. Died years ago, but he's still here. And then down below is Kevin, the Commonwealth picker. I didn't even say wealthy, but he is surrounded by cash, so you put it together.
Look at all the cash.
What the heck?
Are
you putting that behind me?
You just realized there's cash there? What? Usually you can sniff that out.
It's literally just pouring out of you, like always.
Is that AI cash? It's not even real denomination.
It's AI cash, yeah. I'm far too lazy to look for a picture of cash. Today I was over in the Discord for our Patreon just creating logos for people that they didn't want.
Yeah, you should just type stuff in. Just type stuff in. Just make me feel stuff again. Try that. See what happens.
I'm just weird. A little mad I didn't get one. Everybody else got one. You get a logo. You get a logo.
I can make you one, Kevin.
I was fighting with the folks over there today.
I know. Kevin was starting drama, and I was trying to keep the peace. He's such
a drama guy lately.
Pearls from the past. I wasn't starting any drama. They weren't starting any drama. No, everybody else around it was the drama. We were just having a little debate. That's all.
Yeah. You got a tattoo, a Quicksilver t-shirt now. You're changing, right? You're slowly becoming a teenager in 1996 all over again.
About Kevin, but Kevin is a master debater. Did you know that about him?
Yes, no, seriously.
And he
debates more than anybody I know.
No,
so we're
but
on to something different.
It
Reselling,
wasn't
guys.
even.
eBay,
it wasn't.
eBay.
No. Hold on. I think that the topic was interesting. Basically, Pearls from the past was saying that Kevin's an idiot for not having a SKU system, and Kevin was saying he was an ithead for having a SKU system.
No, that is absolutely.
So, Kevin, what exactly were you trying to get at here?
No, I just was making the point that the point of his their SKU system sounds perfectly wonderful. I think it's terrific. I think SKU systems are terrific. I just don't need one. The whole point of it is to find stuff and to do it quickly.
I still don't understand how you do. It does not make any sense to me.
It makes perfect sense to me. I very rarely, like a couple times in a year, can't find something maybe.
No,
there might be a time.
I believe you succeed. I just don't understand how, and I don't think I could because, I mean, you do it by category. But I feel like every week I'm picking some new category I've never bought before.
Yeah, see?
I'll be right back. I knocked over my drink.
This is so scary.
Lift up the computer. Did he spill it on the computer? I feel like
if it was an emergency, he wouldn't have left.
No, so that's my point. Is I'm constantly buying new categories, so I don't really know.
Yeah. Like, you're expanding as a picker, and I'm just stuck in 1978.
You're not going to be growing or changing.
I don't know,
dude.
But
Part of Kevin's
category, though, everything goes somewhere.
Okay, so all right, let me think of some stuff I bought this weekend, and then you can help me categorize it. I guess records.
I'll just think where would I put it.
Records would be in like a media. Do you have a media section?
I have a or
do you have a record
section?
You have a record section. See, how do you know how deep to like categorize and subcategorize? Why isn't there just like a media section, which is DVDs, records, CDs, tapes?
Because I have a tape.
What are you guys talking about?
I have
a place. I leave for 5 seconds and it's dumb.
Carrie won't even show us what's behind him, guys, because that's his inventory.
You guys don't want to know,
nightmare.
Okay? I've got a baby grand. That is actual stonework that was done. This is Aspen living, guys. This is Aspen living.
You kind of look like
you may have seen me, and you may have seen this
Adams.
in Better Home and Gardens magazine, 1998.
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Do you have a reference that's even close to like the last 50 years? Grizzly Adams, really?
That was good stuff. Actually, it was really not that good, but it was still entertaining.
Back in the 70s or whenever Grizzly Adams was on, you just watched whatever was on TV.
It's like John Denver gets giant and manly.
I watch nothing but airplane disaster on YouTube, and then just all the diapers and hoarder shows. How many diapers do people need? Just use the bathroom. if you're gonna hoard, just keep an aisleway to your bathroom so you can use your toilet. Am I right? Don't just,
Dave, when
Yes.
Carrie got on today, did you think he would be this boisterous and interruptive and loud?
He's cranky.
He was
He's
so
cranky
docile
today.
and
Yeah,
calm.
he's
He's like this. I'm
cranky.
like, this is gonna be a great show. He
I'll
comes
be
out
docile.
like a
No, we
grizzly
like
bear.
I
cranky
spilled my
Carrie.
I spilled my zero sugar root beer, and I almost ruined my motherboard
sorry,
of my
buddy.
computer. God bless
What?
you. The motherboard almost went out.
Specifically the motherboard, like nothing else would have broken.
No,
just
just
the motherboard.
What are you doing? Are you going? What are you doing?
I'm trying to clean. I just realized there was still soda on my motherboard, or whatever part of this where the speaker goes.
All right, it's way past me quoting a classic movie from 1996, but if anyone caught it, put it in the comments down below.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
My wife
Yeah.
watched the show last week, and she
Why?
was. I don't know. I think she sensed that she was being called a swinger and didn't like it, and she was right. She was right.
There was a lot of that whole
There's
episode was
implications.
swing talk
There was
and a lot of allegedlys going on.
Oh, and speaking,
I still
of,
don't know what happened because I know Daily Refinement did a video and didn't address
We
anything.
alleged some stuff. Is basically
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Rockstar did the my only update, so that's
Okay,
it.
so
That's
here was
sad.
my little life hack, guys. Here's a life hack for you. Okay, so let's say there's a new video released on YouTube. You don't want to watch it, but you really want to know if it talks about you or has anything to do with you.
Just go to
Send it to
comments.
Kevin. He'll watch
Kevin
it.
watches everything.
And then he will let you know if it's about you or not. And that's just my little hack. So I watched like 4 minutes of the Rockstar video. I said, "Oh, this is boring." And I sent it to Kevin, and he's like, "It was a pretty good video." I'm like, "Sweet, must not
Did
have
I
talked bad
say
about me."
pretty good
I feel like-
video?
You said it was
feel
better
like-
than his last one. Yeah, you
Well,
said you liked
I feel
it.
like
Not-
Kevin
you
doesn't
loved
do
it.
anything. Kevin's watching every moment of every YouTube video at every second. I can't tell you how
No,
often
I
we just
work-
get random videos sent to us from him. I'm like, why
you
did you
see
watch
this one?
this? It just
I've
came out
seen-
3 minutes ago. Calm
I was
down.
watching Nashville Flippers show right before this while I was doing some listings. That was live, but I usually put it on 2 times speed and then just consume the content while
key.
I'm listing.
Here's the
Doesn't
key
really
to
seem like the
consuming
kind of guy who
Nashville
thinks that
Flippers
fast, but okay.
content is you when you turn it on, you put it on mute, and then you go to the bathroom for like 30, 40 minutes, and then come back. You give him the time because he's our friend, but you don't have to watch.
You got to get the volume up a little bit. Get him some AdSense.
No, what the
What,
volume needs to be
AdSense
up for
doesn't give
AdSense?
you anything?
I think so.
If you do- This can't be real. I don't know if I buy that.
Gosh, but then they could hear me pooping. I don't want that.
No, not your volume. You don't have to turn your volume up. You can mute your mic.
No,
But
the audio's
turn
both
his
ways
audio
when you watch a
on.
video.
It was
I
your
don't think
buddy. It was your shoe guy on there. Dealing
My
with
shoe guy?
Dalton. It was a
Dealing
whole
with
show about
Dalton.
shoes and
Oh my
how only
gosh.
shoe sellers know what they're doing, and the rest of you people who haven't niched down are terrible human beings.
I
think
thought
he
it was
said that
Alphabet.
multiple
I thought
times.
it was Alphabet Matt that was on.
No.
ABC Matt?
Uh-uh.
Is that different than Alphabet Matt? What are we talking about? This is a
different-
show.
What
He
is
was
going on? This is a
advocating
terrible show.
for reseller courses. It was just he was off. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's a little bit not like I just said, but it's close. It's close. He did get fired. I didn't realize he strikes me as somebody who's got everything together, and then he sounded like his life was like Carrie, completely doesn't have everything together, and got fired from a server job. And I'm like, this is more relatable. I like this.
Can I tell
I'm the
you
king of
that there's a
relatable.
new store traffic page on eBay? Have you seen this? Have you heard of this store traffic
Yeah,
page?
I have.
Did you see what's your traffic in the last 31 days? to your
I haven't
store,
looked
Kevin?
at it. I've heard of
not?
it.
Okay, so Carrie, you can literally see how many
I
people
do not care. My
traffic.
numbers don't care. Don't
No,
care.
I think it's interesting. I
Oh,
mean,
I'm sure.
Look,
21,103 visits to any page of my eBay store in the last 31
I bet
days.
you I have more visits than all of you.
You probably
bet you.
do. Check it.
Yeah,
Can you
I
check
bet
it?
you
I'll
do.
send you the link,
Yes,
and then you
I'll
just
check
click
it right now. Send me the link.
Okay, I'll send you the link, and then Carrie's
Can I
gonna
do it
check
on my phone,
Kevin,
or does it need to be on my computer?
I don't know. Try it on your phone. If you're logged in, it might just work, or maybe you have to.
My phone is in use.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin's gonna be able to do it successfully. I'll send it to you and try. But anyways, there's it should just pop up if you go over to your eBay.
Ah.
It should just be like an option.
It just tells you how many visits and
Yeah, it tells you how many visits.
how many
How
store
much
visits
they-
did you have?
Me or Carrie?
How much
How
they
many
charge
store
you for
visits?
it?
Cut out.
21,000, they
21,000.
said.
Oh, I've had 6,000, so you're kicking my butt.
What?
Oh, really?
Wow.
My stores had
You suck at
6,400.
Social
It's
media.
okay though. Yeah, but
That's
I mean, like, what's he
interesting.
selling really?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've been to. Honestly,
I feel like that's
my
you
sales are
have
growing.
20,000 people that are just going on there just to feel better about their stores. They're like, oh well,
Your
Listen,
sales are
at
growing.
least it's
I want
not
to hear it.
this.
Yeah, well, I've noticed this
Mine are
really
too,
crazy
Dave.
thing, which isn't. This isn't going to shock a lot of people, but I've figured out that during like community sale time, I get a lot of really good stuff, and I
Yeah.
list it right away because
Yeah.
it's really good stuff, and my sales go up, 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 and my 90-day goes up, and just like my payouts are going up. But I know like when it comes to the depth of winter and the hot of summer, I'm not going to be getting as much good inventory, so it's not going to be
cool
happening.
of
But I
autumn.
do strictly put it on the good inventory. I'm not really saying that eBay is technically up. I don't know. I don't track. I haven't been watching the Krylov man properly. But
Have you been watching that?
no.
eBay is dead. AIs are taking over everything,
All
and
right.
apparently bots. There's a lot of them.
What,
Dave,
Kevin?
mine's up. My store's up, and my sourcing season is down.
It's amazing that you can keep it up right now
Yeah, no, seriously.
with the sourcing
Just based
season
on
gone.
the stories we've been hearing, yeah.
No, I meant just like because sourcing is gone. Because Brandon was telling me, CVA Thirst was telling me that there's like nothing. He goes out and it's just like a huge waste of time. He said at this.
Yeah,
point.
I went out Saturday morning, and I ran into a community sale, which around here, like it wasn't on the little advertising thing, it wasn't on Facebook. At least I didn't see it. And I ran into a community sale, which was like 8, 9 sales. It wasn't the best one in the world, so I only bought 5 or 6 things. But the first 2 sales I went to, I bought stuff. I went to the flea market and bought stuff, which never happens around
Did you
here.
have your GoPro
But
on? 'Cause
I was
when
done by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Brandon said he drove by Kevin, and Kevin was going to a sale he had left, and he had found nothing, but he was sure Kevin would find 10 grand there. I said, I'll ask him. You might not have seen yourself drive by him.
Not.
Yeah.
I buy from 75, 80, 90% of sales I go to, and I literally, I think I went to 5 in a row and didn't find anything.
It doesn't really count if you plant the product, though.
Exactly.
Like, it has to be product you actually find at the sale, not pretend to product.
Exactly. His fanny pack has stickers and Tupperware lids that he can find if it's just a really dry day.
I'm going to do a Kevin-style giveaway show on Whatnot, by the way, where I just give away stuff for an hour or whatever.
Nice.
Look at you. Look at you.
And I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? This is like my little life hack. I really don't want to list all this clothes I keep buying, and it's good clothes, so I'm just going to give it away. The problem solved. Single stitch stuff, all that type of stuff.
Just send it to me. I'll buy it from you, Dave. Put it in the box.
So you want to steal it from the viewers?
Give me $100.
Money bags. Throw it around the cash.
No, you're giving it away. I'm
going to give it away. Like, I got a bunch of Jeff Gordon single stitch, like, what are they called? Tank tops and T-shirts and stuff like that today.
You're going to give them away.
So. Yeah, like late 90s. Like
it makes sense. So what
96.
I'm hearing is you're giving away a lot of unsellable merchandise to people.
Yeah, I think so. It's clothes. I don't think you can sell clothes.
Who wants it? Who exactly is wearing a Jeff Gordon tank top?
Exactly, guys.
Who is wearing that has the money to buy it? Let's put it that way.
It's basic. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Just come follow me on Whatnot.
Allegedly.
This is all just a pitch. Click my link, though, to go to my giveaway show and join Whatnot, and you'll get free stuff. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Your link is your link even down there?
No, I don't even know. It probably says NC Picker.
Probably Arbitrage 30.
I think my link was down there like a year ago, and you guys still haven't added yours.
Well, people always message me. They're like, "Hey, none of your links work," and It's so funny because I remember like when I first started this, I had been messaging Froggy Flips because his links were broken. And this was like before anyone even watched me, and he was like, "Okay, I'll fix it." And he just never fixed it. Never fix it. And then now that I do it, I never fix it because it's like already saved into my profile, and I don't want to go fix it.
I love Froggy Flips' thumbnails. They're getting like more and more obscure and weird. If I like, it's just like a random phrase that was said.
Small.
Like it'll just say up in the corner, it'll be like banana hammock or something. You're like, what the heck are they talking about? And then, but you do click because you want to know.
Yeah. And then Carrie's got the AI like bleeding into his face.
Dude, you
somehow.
don't want to see what's behind me, though,
no,
guys.
Carrie,
Do you
I'm
really
going to tell you though.
Okay,
I can send
we'll
you.
Do it.
Hold on, no. Okay, do it. Let's see what's behind you. I'm curious, guys. Make sure you
like,
check out the video if you want to see.
So many pizza boxes.
Let's see it. I want to see it. We're gonna see it, guys. This is the moment. Just fast forward to the show. 1450. There it is. Look at that.
Is this what you guys want? Is this what you want?
I'd rather
really look. Why does it have three orbs? It does.
It's fine. Anyways, if you really hate your background, you could literally drape a green sheet over that stuff, and your AI little thing will work way better.
That's true.
It's a green screen. Yeah.
That's work.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Word.
come on. I'm only putting out 5 videos this week.
I saw you
think.
put out a lot of videos this
Yeah.
week. I even watched
me, man.
like 3 minutes of one, and it seemed like you were at the bins.
Exactly.
And you
That's
were
why
talking
it's hard to
some
put them
guy.
out because nobody's watching them. I'm putting out terrible content.
You went to the bins in Salt Lake City. When did you do that? Last week?
Did that like 2 weeks ago.
Do you think that like you putting out those videos is kind of destroying the bins for the resellers?
Yes,
like you're advertising it a lot.
No, I
And I don't
agree.
know
I
if maybe
think,
it's
look,
not.
I think there's there's a couple things I know is us right here, the 3 of us, between us, we know about the bins and we shouldn't share it with anybody else. Okay.
It's a secret.
This is our secret. And if anybody else knows, because we don't know what to look for, we need everything there available with no competition, or there's no way we'll find anything.
Yes,
So if
that's
you're
true.
hearing this on the outside, one of the 2 or 3 listeners that are going to be listening to this, forget this. Forget this part. The bins
There is no
are
bins.
terrible. There's
The
no
bins are an illusion.
I don't understand that whole mindset.
It's $50 a pound.
The one thing I've learned, in all seriousness, we're talking about my Instagram rants today that I went on. The one thing that I don't understand is a reseller who's resold for any amount of time that doesn't think there's an abundance of garbage out there. Because the one thing I've learned from doing this for over a decade is there's so much stuff, I don't have the money or the time to deal with it all. And please, I need some people to help me. So go find the stuff and list it yourself, because I don't have time.
Okay, so for the people who didn't watch your rants, was that essentially them, or was there other things to your rant?
It was basically somebody like had done a video, like a vintage kid, a vintage guy. He's like an adult. He's not like a kid. He was doing a video like, look at this line at the Goodwill. They've ruined, the resellers are all about getting their likes and their clicks, and they've ruined the Goodwill for all us people who magically learned through osmosis about the Goodwill bins and the Goodwill and flipping, most of them learned in 2020. They haven't been doing this for 2000 since 2010, like me, like a real reseller, since 1892, like Kevin. Okay, some of us have been doing this forever, and we're the real OGs, is what I'm trying to say. But honestly, so somebody was complaining about that, and I just said, look, there's plenty of stuff out there for everybody. And I, for one, like competition, and I want to help people if they want to learn. They didn't. No, they took down that video, though.
They did take it down. They must have been getting a lot of backlash.
Took down the videos, yeah. Because
did that look like a bins location they were at?
It looked like a bins location.
The video they had done was just like a thrifty type spot with a huge line.
So it's like a t-shirt, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand the mentality, like, especially if you go to the bins. People will devour the bins when they come out. You've been there. They just go after it, tear apart, and then when it's done 10 minutes later, it doesn't look like anybody's touched anything. Like, there's just as much stuff there. And I don't know where that goes to the dump, or if it goes to some other country or something, or what they do. But that's
it's
all
not
wasted.
stuff.
It's not really sellable
kind of
if people aren't getting it for a quarter.
In a sense, having the competition, like at yard sales this weekend, there was just a ton of competition, but it was all competition for video games.
Yeah.
And it was just like, they were like buying these Wii games, and like, I kind of had these moments of like feeling awesome where I'm like, yeah, I'll take this whole bag of golf clubs
competition that you're
for $40.
You're above on the cloud looking
for
and going,
$40.
I'm so
this
much
whole
better
set
than
of like
this.
the whole set of, what was it? Titleist. Oversized. Full irons and wood set for $40, and he's buying Wii games for $5 a piece. And I'm like, okay, you have
Dude,
the
I
Wii
honestly
games.
believe like you could we could all go to a thrift store and all find different stuff, and each one of us left a ton of stuff that was valuable.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much stuff that we don't know about, and there's so much to learn. You can get into the bed sheets, you can get into hats, you can get into
And
the
both of us
motherboards
left
and
the
circuit
Tupperware
boards.
lids, so Kevin would have had something too.
Dude, you
if he
could
had
take
rolled
the
in.
light switches from the bathrooms at the thrift stores and sell them.
Yeah.
The
So,
handles
Dave,
to the
think about
toilet.
that, though. You're kind of making that argument because, Uncle Steve down there in Raleigh, watching you for years pick the Raleigh area and leave all the golf clubs for him. But if you wouldn't have learned from, like, Eric went down there and all this,
Commenters,
they'd have more.
commenters.
So you're making an argument against what you're arguing against here.
So you're saying they'd have more, but I don't live near those guys. And
Anymore.
honestly, but if it's not golf clubs, it's something else. Like that's why I don't like niching down. Although I do totally see the value of niching down, because like you roll into a sale, it's like, oh, there's no shoes, I'm
And
out.
then you're gone. Yeah.
And you're
Golf
gone,
club,
right? Like I see the value of that.
Golf Club Dave is my least favorite iteration of
That's
reseller
fair.
Dave.
That's
by the
fair.
way, it's just like
He's actually
it's just
making
like
a profit.
like you know nothing about anything about golf.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm
just
making
like
the
look
profit.
at the stick, it makes ball go boom. That's what you say.
So many people
in
are
your
like,
head.
so do you play golf? And I'm just like, sometimes.
I've seen
and
you
then
at-
I'm just like,
I've seen
mini
you at
golf.
Top Golf. If there's not a pan pizza nearby, you're not swinging a golf club.
I
Is
do
what's
love the
basically
appetizers
happening.
at Top Golf. Don't waste your time on the mains, guys. Just get the apps.
Here's a tip: if you go to Top Golf with Dave, don't be on the deck below because he'll find a way to loop it around and hit you in the face. That dude, he cannot hit.
Kevin, my thing is like, because I like every kind of niche, there's always something for me to shop for, and even if someone else comes and buys the clubs, I might have that momentary feeling crappy, then I can probably find something else.
Let's take Dalton for a second. I actually don't think niching down, I don't think anybody does here. Niching down is a strategy that's very successful if you're in a place where you can consistently source and focus, or not even a place, you get a consistent source. But if I were to niche down into shoes, I would be starving. Because around here, you just don't. I mean, the thrift stores, I could go to every thrift store in the area and I might come home with 2 pairs of shoes a day. It's bad. I mean, there's no shoes.
How many
so
Duck
many
Dynasty
shoes
duck collars are at like your local Goodwill? I bet you there's hundreds of every Goodwill
Dynasty
around
Duck
you.
Or Duck Dynasty?
Duck Dynasty.
Nah.
What did I say? Did I say
you said
something
Dynasty Duck.
Oh, Dynasty Duck.
Which sounds like a very fancy duck. she heads the dynasty up.
That's weird, yeah. I just feel like he's in Duck Dynasty country is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But so what I'm saying is wherever you're at and whatever you can source, if you can niche down and you enjoy it, it's probably a better strategy. But it's just not. I mean, just talk about Brandon. He just said it. Around here, you niche down around here.
You could niche down to. You honestly could niche down to sports cards anywhere in America easily.
Yeah,
you really can.
Me and Carrie
because first off,
had,
you can source incredibly well on eBay if you know what you're doing. You can buy off lots, and you can get collections all the time.
And there's so many other ways to do this. But
me and Carrie have had a ton of these conversations about niching down, niching down, Kevin. But we've been talking about it specifically for the whatnot purpose, like how nice and how successful it is to just really focus on one category in whatnot. If you're a whatnot seller, like Carrie's been focusing on cards, and now he's having all this success on his card auctions. And when he does his other auctions, I mean, I'll tell your story for you, but basically you're not doing as well on your other auctions as cards.
Our other
cards
auctions
are
are not
easier.
doing well at all.
Yeah. And so I just think of people like the Floridian Flipper, who does all Disney pins. Rod's a Disney guy now. He's actually the Disney guy. Make sure you tell him that if you see him. But it does seem like if you can niche down on whatnot, it's really powerful because people start following you who only.
It almost
shop
sounds
that
like
stuff.
somebody said that in here and made that argument like a year ago.
But Kevin, to be fair, generally we don't listen to you. You have to remember that. So. That's just something you're gonna have to learn to accept. That looks like a nice, refreshing glass of cold water you're drinking there.
You're really getting lit up on the podcast. You gotta have a little bit of.
Is that gin and tonic or water? Which one is it?
Well,
I can smell the liquor.
It's water.
Water.
It's my reseller Genie was here. My reseller Genie was here, and they left so much liquor. I'm like, they were
really.
Yeah.
If you want to sign up, guys, tax season's coming. Code ADH Dave. Just remember.
I think my code's American Arbitrage. I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there was a Vendu event. Similar
Dave
to
was
the
a
list perfectly.
superstar.
Yeah,
he was.
You were the star of the Vendu event.
Have you heard this from anyone but me? Because I'm really.
I've heard several people like
Philly Flipper said Dave was enamoring, amazing. There's so many adjectives.
Sounds like so fake.
So many adjectives.
Philly Picker messaged me specifically on
different
Instagram
Philly
and said,
guy.
Dave, I laughed, I lived, I loved. That's what he said.
I got a message from Maria, and I wasn't sure if she was buttering me up, but she did say I did well, and I literally did nothing.
How long did you just do your life story? Because that was your discussion with me the day before.
Carry 35
we were like, just say your life story and then mention Vendu at some point.
35
you did the
minutes
Kevin
of
approach.
Just straight up filibuster. Straight up filibuster, like this is my life from A to Z. 35 minutes, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is so inspiring," and I'm like, "Hey."
My favorite part of Kevin's talks. My favorite part of Kevin talks is when he takes the chair up front and everybody, and he flips it around so he can relate.
Yeah,
to you
sits on it backwards, turns his hat around,
dangerous mind style, and just starts. Dude,
and then he pulls the shirt thing and he pulls it like up under there, so it's like his boobies are kind of. It's a whole thing he does. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so the Vendu event I think went well. They had a decent showing. I think there was like 150 people in my session. I'm not sure. I heard there was like 250 in some better sessions. that we're doing giveaways. So obviously the giveaway sessions were better.
Did you afterwards? Did you when they sent you the message telling you how great you were? Did you immediately reply, "Give me more money"?
I did not reply at all. I probably should have said thank you. I'm really bad at that sort of stuff. I got
human
yelled at
thing to
today
do.
by my brother-in-law. He's like, "Yo, you never even responded when I said happy birthday." I said, "Oh, thanks." It was like a month ago.
So I didn't read it.
I said, "Well, to be fair, I got a lot of birthday messages that day, so I just didn't respond to yours." Okay, yeah, it's like, why do I have to have a job on my birthday to say thank you to all these random people who don't talk to me but once a year? Like,
Yeah,
it seems like a birthday punishment, not a birthday present. Let's dive into that.
I feel like people saying happy birthday is just an invitation for you to say something nice about them, right?
Yeah. So because happy birthday is
what we're
essentially meaningless, but the thank you that I would respond with is very meaningful. So I just feel like, next year I'm getting no happy birthdays after this.
No,
And
what you need to do, no.
It won't bother me.
What you need to do,
Don't bother me.
this is what you need to do. The night before your birthday, do like a big old, go on your notes and type something out that's like 3 pages long. End it with a question, a random question, like what's your favorite seafood or something, and just see who responds back. See who the real ones are. Then you could decipher who really cares.
I'm
because they
sending
read
this
your
to
whole
people
message.
via text.
Yeah, you just copy.
Like
and
every
paste
time
it.
they say happy birthday, I write that whole
same
thing.
copy and paste every time to the same person, and then see
Copy
who
pasta,
responds.
they call that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it could literally be like, "Thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. This year has been a tough one." And go into like
get
all
into
of my
details.
like
Get into
my-
details.
just random stuff
You know
about
how
my life.
Kevin just keeps talking about stuff and you just zone out because
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know what this has to do with anything we were talking about before, and then you just
Yeah.
like 15 minutes later you teleport to the conversation you're still in, like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right,
So
Kevin,
we
what are you
got
looking at?
10,000
You're looking off
views.
to the
We got
right.
10,000 views on this video last week.
Well, that's because we talked about Rockstar Flipper. So let's talk about Rockstar Flipper and daily refinement.
Well,
a little
wait a
bit.
minute.
Let's do
but
it.
You, wait
Let's
a minute.
double up on that.
We got 10,000
Allegedly.
views, which is, a
More
decent
than
amount
9.
of views on here.
It's not 11.
The worst feedback we've ever got, I think, 9.5. So that means that 500 people gave it a thumbs down.
But that's 500
right?
people that never watch us.
So one of the comments was complaining that we didn't actually give our response, but we did. They just didn't think our
we gave
response
the
was
most
like
trash to
detailed.
cash response ever.
It wasn't detailed and gossipy enough for them, I think. But basically, our response was allegedly.
There we
Allegedly.
Presumably.
There's been some alleged accusations against Daily
I heard that
Refinement
word.
from Rockstar Flipper.
Yes,
And we
Flippy.
basically said, okay, that'd be bad if that was really happening.
would be
Hopefully it's not
terrible.
true. If it's
Allegedly.
true, then he should be punished and potentially get punishment.
So
And maybe making a video wasn't the best first step for Rockstar. He probably should have gone to the authorities. And not just like the whatnot authorities, like the police, if there's crimes happening.
you guys are interrupting each other this time. I'm just sitting here.
I just
Listen,
never stopped talking. and Carrie kept
90
trying
This
to
is
distract me.
this is how you do a podcast with Dave. You just start talking when you feel like it.
95% of feedback, so pretty bad. But more subscribers on this video than any other video.
Yeah.
So that's a win. Our lesson is be controversial and you get views.
Yes.
Speaking of,
isn't that YouTube? That's all YouTube is. Be controversial, and then when they get into your video, like your latest thumbnail, Kevin, what a piece of just garbage art it is. Oh my gosh, it's you have the hair because you're trying to get to the ladies or whatever, and then in the corner it just says liar. We all know you're talking about yourself, but you want us to figure out, like, you're just gonna do a whole like who's a liar in the community, then you're gonna make us guess. Your children are gonna come out and like talk about a mystery person. We all
I
know
want
it's
to talk
you.
about that video. I want to get your take. We've talked about it kind of before, but it was basically
Dude, you're getting a lot of views on these videos, and I hate these thumbnails. Man,
Oh, they're terrible.
I really
they're
don't like
such-
them,
It's
but they're
just
doing
like,
great.
gosh, you would just think
weird.
somebody who's an educator would educate.
Just like in
What
this
does
face,
that
like
mean?
you're literally in the video from 3 days ago. You're definitely farting or pooping in
Yeah,
that
no,
thumbnail.
yeah.
Like, look at his
Yeah,
facial
got me
expression
That's
with
a
the blue
fun
shirt on.
That's a fun Commonwealth picker game to watch, or flipper game. Like,
definitely fun
try to find the
coming out.
time in the video where he cut and had to go pee, and then he's back. Because you could
The best
tell, like
part-
about 8 minutes in, you could tell he's talking, but he's really thinking about peeing. And then you'll see a hard cut, and he's back, and he's full of life again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
I don't
That's
know
true.
about
I know, Kevin. No, it does.
Let's
Okay,
go
I'm
to
gonna
where
share
we're
it. I'm gonna
going.
share it. I'm gonna
Share
share
it.
it. Okay. See with the blue shirt.
Look at
Not
this
only are you
liar.
doing like a little poop. Not
Look
only
at
are you
that.
doing a little poop,
I like
but you're
up
also
top.
saying
He's doing like a blue steel look up top
Yeah,
with
he's
liars,
like,
and he
yeah.
looks. It's like sexy Kevin looking at the camera.
Carrie, but he's literally written "ouch"
Listen.
while he's doing a fart face. He's written the word "ouch" while he's doing a little.
I love
doo-doo.
that he has
told
one
y'all in
one
the
Nerf gun
land,
in his seat.
I just
Look at
sold
that,
something for $100.
14K
My
views
sales are
each,
going
Kevin.
nuts, y'all.
25K views here. This dude is a view master.
He just did
like, not the
eBay on
little
that
toy.
one. He didn't even
I
try.
told you this
Yeah.
months ago. I said, in the world of AI, I'm going to stay the course, and then
None
I'll
of us are
stand
using
out.
AI. None of us are using AI in our
None of us use
flipper
AI.
videos.
Maybe you should.
I don't know anybody using AI.
All right, Kevin. So you wanted to talk about it. So I watched a little
Well, I
of this
got
video.
3
Kevin
topics.
wants to
I
talk.
can't get to any
He
of
wants
them,
to
and I
talk
wanted
about
to talk
his
about
flipper
where I put my
video.
cassettes.
Wants to talk
In
about
your
his
flipper
stuff.
video, Kevin, you talked about how it's easy to make 50K
No,
net,
not
and
what
that
I
someone
said.
called
Yep.
you a liar.
It's super easy.
You said
No.
you could make 50K net, and
Yeah.
that someone called you a liar. How is that not what you
Well,
said?
yeah, that's pretty
It's
much
literally
what
the
I
whole
said.
point of the video.
Yeah, I suppose. But I said in
It's
20.
100%
I
the
said
point of
in
the video.
20 hours, and I did not say
You
it was
did. You
easy.
said 20 hours a week.
I said it's actually can be easy for some people, and for some people it could be extremely difficult. But it is absolutely possible, and
so
it's
you're saying
mostly
nothing.
determined by sourcing. No,
You're
I'm
saying it could be hard, it could be easy, it might not be possible, it's also possible. You said nothing.
No, I didn't. Well,
Me and Carrie both agreed to
I'm
not give you a
starting to
hard
feel
time
like
today.
your
It's going
videos are
great.
just 18 minutes of nothing.
all right, I'll say it like this: it is entirely possible in a not a great sourcing area to work 20 hours a week and make $50,000. It's not for everybody. Everybody
Do they
doesn't
have to have
the
a job to
discipline
do that?
it.
Does that 50K have to come from their job?
No, what 20K? I'm talking about reselling.
Okay.
He's making a funny. He's making a funny.
That was a
And
joke.
I mean, I know people who work less than, and so I just thought I'd throw that comment out to the viewers and I'm still getting people.
What a
say,
softball! What a freaking
Yeah.
softball! Everyone knows that's possible, and
"Oh
not
no,
that
they
hard.
don't." Look at the comments.
Really? Because I know
Yes.
tons of people
Yeah,
doing
but is
that
it 50K
without
because
social
they have
media.
followers? Because you're not even doing 20
No.
hours of work a week and you're making that.
Here's the deal: and this is where it comes down to you guys, because a ton of response, well, not a ton, but some responses are like, "You're only counting your hours. You're not counting all the hours your family puts in, and you got this." I'm like, listen, it's not true. It's not true.
They do a lot.
Listen,
in 2020,
I'm talking
when
all
I got
of our
back
hours,
into
and I put the
reselling,
most in.
from like August 2020 to September or August 2021, I did 105K gross.
Gross.
Which was about 55K
This is before you were
net.
a YouTube megastar.
Not big on YouTube,
Yeah.
just doing it as a side hustle, probably 25 hours. That's about 50K. And
Yeah.
it was tiring, but it wasn't like impossible.
Totally.
It
And
just
you didn't
was
even
not-
source
And I wasn't
golf
even that
clubs.
good at sourcing
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
Yeah, you didn't even know what you were doing.
Because when I first started reselling, my OG reselling was all video games. I was like your Phoenix resale back in the day when I first started. When 2020 is when I started reselling everything. No, that's not true. I did a little Goodwill back in 2014, but not much. It was mostly video games. So I had a lot to learn that
lot
year,
of the
and I still
critics-
made 50K net.
Like your daughter. And I'm like, Turner doesn't resell. Turner does
Yeah, no
nothing
one was
for
helping
our
me.
reselling. Reagan
I
does
feel like you're calling
almost
Turner
nothing
out. Just let him be a
reselling.
kid
No.
and enjoy his life. He doesn't
let
have to
him
work.
a
might take
childhood,
pictures.
Kevin.
Every once in a while, Turner will test some
Let him
video
enjoy his
games or
life,
something. I'm like, I'm like, it's not this. You listen to Dave and Carrie and say everybody does my work for me.
Just because
No,
you
so
back in the day when
Kevin,
you were
for
Turner's
me-
age, you were eating Del Taco, watching Bonanza, doesn't mean Turner has to do that.
So for me, it was just like it was just such a silly no-brainer that was possible because I did it without even like a sweat.
Now you
out.
criticize my thumbnail, but I've said this, and I learned this from Froggy.
I only criticized it because of your face.
Well, no,
be
you
serious.
criticized the other one was my face. Well, maybe no, you
No, I
criticized
dislike
both
your
faces.
face in both of them. They're both weird faces.
They are.
Listen, eBay 50K net profit time or net 50K net profit part time? Question mark. Liars. So that they don't. There's a little vagueness to it. Who's saying who's a liar here? Am I saying those
I
people
thought it
who
said
say that are
layers.
liars? or people, and so you got to look
You
to
want to
see
you want
who's
to create a little mystery and a little curiosity so that people click on
yeah,
your silly video. I understand.
yeah.
Well,
Got
I
it.
just like, for me, someone told me they didn't like clickbait, so I haven't been doing it. I literally put out a video this week that was just my face, and it said the date on it, and then the
And
title was,
how have they
"This
been
is what
doing?
I sold." Oh,
Hey,
they've been doing terrible.
one of my
But you
best
know what? I
videos
wanted to
ever.
make that guy happy, so like all my thumbnails this week have been horrible.
One of my best
thumbnails.
videos is to this day is Dirty Sweatband, where I just did
Really?
Dirty Sweatband up at the top, performed awesome. It's gonna hit 1,000 in a couple years.
Oh, Kevin, Tina sent me a joke for Turner to use on
Okay.
their show. I figure I'll tell it to you now, and you can decide if you want him to use it.
All right.
What do you call a whale without underpants?
What do you call a whale without underpants?
Free Willy.
Ooh, I think.
Na, 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 na.
No,
Oh,
is
see,
that a
we'll put
little
that
too
on
risky?
Put that on or whatnot. Hey, I got a bolo for you. A terrible bolo. If you find the Free Willy 2 sealed that has the
Whale
medallion,
penises?
it's actually worth some money.
I think I have a Free Willy
VHS.
sealed. I'll have to look at it.
Free Willy
Okay, so the other
sealed
one she sent me is
wouldn't
what are
be
the two
free.
reasons? What are the
Yeah.
two reasons you should not
I never,
drink from the toilet
I never
bowl?
seal up my willy.
Oof.
Two reasons you should not drink from the toilet bowl, Carrie. Because
I'll be
number
back in a
one and
second.
number two.
What about a number 3? And number 3 actually cleans. That's part of
Number
it.
3 cleans the toilet when you do it, when you exert it.
It's the mist afterwards.
I like the Free Willy one though. That's pretty good. I don't think he'll let Turner say it,
Yeah, I
but
don't
it is
think-
pretty funny.
yeah.
Yeah. So you've been selling stuff on eBay.com?
Yeah, on
Whatnot,
eBay.com,
Bonanza?
yeah.
What you been doing?
Whatnot's been really good. I did 4 Whatnot auctions last week, which was insane.
So
We wanted to clear some stuff
you and I
out.
talked a lot about like just whatnotting your life away, like just
I see.
changing our perspective, on whatnot. Because
You were
and
on there
Kevin,
today.
I think you should think about this, Kevin, because I think we're all stuck in this whatnot ideology, which is wrong. We think of it as like, oh, we've got to create this event and schedule this event and prep it and talk about it on our channel and then do the event. And I don't think that's how Whatnot's really supposed to work. Whatnot's supposed to work the way Flip the World does it, where he's sitting at a table at a convention. He says, oh, I'm going to sell this, pack of candy. I'm going to sell whatever's on the table. I'm going to sell stuff off the airplane. Like,
He
it's a
doesn't
selling
make
platform.
he doesn't make a living doing that.
No, but just the idea of like the whole benefit of this program is you can literally sell whatever, whenever, at any time, in any category.
Dave, you're
Kevin,
so
here,
frustrating. You're so frustrating.
Yeah.
I literally have said this. Like, I'm like, let's go to a
I
highway
feel like
sale,
Dave's
bust
the
out
first
your
one to ever say
camera.
it, though.
I know
At the
that,
place,
but
at
that's
the
still
s-
not how you're doing it. That's
I
not
know
how
it's
you
not.
are doing it. You are the like king of making it like you
Yeah,
said
like an
schedule it a month
event.
ahead of time.
Yeah, you are.
You
doing
literally
them
have
like
shows
that.
scheduled a month out. Like, go live right now and do Whatnot. You won't do it.
Yeah, he's
No,
got
You
like
need to
I
have
won't.
like 6
Listen.
people set up to help support you.
Yeah, he's got to
You
make
can-
sure
you
he has
speak
people
the
flying
speak,
in
but
to
you
run
don't walk
it.
the
I
walk.
like production. That's it. But listen, that's why I'm saying we need
Talk
to
the
do
talk.
this at a sale. We need to. Have you ever seen me do like your,
Anything on
vlog
your own?
style stuff where you're like Dave's pulling up to a gas station, starts filling up this thing, and he's making a video about this. Then he's
No.
in the car talking about what
I do
sold.
notice
Then he
you're
pulls one
walking
out
around a
later.
lot more to pull your orders than you used to. Like back in the day, you'd mostly just be
It's
like
'cause
standing there
I think
and like
the
showing the
battery
item,
in
but now
his
you're like
Jazzy died.
walking.
Is that correct?
Now
That's
you're
what you
doing
were
more of the
telling me.
walking to the
It's
item.
like
I've noticed.
3 years I've been doing that, Dave.
Doing
Yeah.
a little more. I think
It's-
you're just taking a
yeah.
little from me, just a little.
I think
Dave,
maybe it's
but
because he's in that bigger. He's in the,
For you.
he's in the supply hut and it's
Maybe
bigger.
Lonnie. Jeez. Taking it from you 3 years
Okay.
ago. I think my Flipper channel is coming up on 4 years old, 3 years
Wow.
old.
But Kevin, I still even think your whole travel around in a trailer and do these shows after each of the thing. That's not what I'm talking about.
I know it's
What
not
I'm
what
talking
you're
about is like the afternoon after you go and you happen to find 50 cassettes, just sell them right then.
I got it. I
That's
like
what we're
I'm
not doing.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. I think
gotta
but it's still about an audience. It's still about an audience. So all the production and talking about and all the stuff is to bring the ultimate audience so that when you do want to do those kind of things, the audience is there for those things.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, so like I did a Laserdisc show Obviously,
I saw it.
Dawn
I didn't
said
see the
that.
show,
No
but
one
I saw
cared.
that you did it.
I didn't
No.
join. So yeah.
I had already broken even on those. They were a terrible buy in the first place, but I'd already broken even. And they've been sitting here unlisted for 2 years because I can't bring myself to list a bunch of $5 laser discs. So I ended up like trying it out. Oh, you're gonna tell Turner my joke? So I ended up trying it out. No one wanted to buy it for $3. No one wanted to buy 2 for $3. Once I did lots of 6 for $3, they finally started moving.
Also, something I
But
said.
I'm like, well, I still don't really like doing that, but I wanted them gone. So I got $60 out of 60 laser discs.
It's
basically.
bringing
About $1 a
more
piece.
value
I
to
was happy.
people. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm selling one hat that needs cleaned. That's a
but you're
$7
talking
hat
out
on
of
eBay. I'm not
you're
doing
talking out of two sides here, Kevin,
Yeah.
because you're talking about bringing value, but you're also saying you want the massive audience in there to bid it up. So you're kind of.
It's not even about bidding it up. It's about bidding. It is about bidding it up to a certain degree.
You want
It's not
that sweet
overinflated
Commonwealth
prices.
tax.
You don't need overinflated prices to make money. You need a
But
good
you want
enough audience.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's important to you. I just want to understand.
Do you think that
where
Flip the
we're
World
standing.
Texas has got inflated prices? I don't think
No,
so.
'cause
But
he's
got
doing it the right
he's
way.
got an audience enough that he's going to get decent prices on it.
Yeah, he deserves that. He's worked hard.
Yeah. No,
I watched his live while he was still doing it all the time.
I'm just saying you say things, but I don't think you're actually acting out the things
No,
you're
it's
saying.
part
I've
of
heard
the
you say these things.
It's part of the big plan. And look, I see him do exactly what you talked about and do whatever. And I think about it. That's not my personality. It's not my personality. It's much more your personality. And so I say these things to alleviate my thoughts so that
you don't have to do them. You can vicariously live through me.
None of it really matters because in 3 years we'll all be over 1,000K on YouTube, just like you, Kevin, and we're all just going to be reacting to
1,000K?
emails. We're all going to be reacting to eBay emails or whatever.
What is the number 1,000K? Like, how would I translate that into human
1,000K,
numbers?
100,000K. Did I say 1,000? I think
What is 100,000K?
I don't know.
And you would say 1K, so 1,000K would actually be
1,000K
a million, right?
What are
It's a
numbers?
million. Yeah, when we're all at a million is what I was saying.
1,000 thousands.
I'm loopy
I got my
today,
math right.
guys. I'm
Yeah,
loopy
that's a
today,
million.
guys. I probably walked by some
anyways.
ganja when I was
Dealing with
walking
Dalton.
around or something.
Dealing with Dalton said his goal is 100K. He wants a play button. That's why I heard him say that on Nashville Flipper Show.
Dude, but
He's
gonna
going to
feel
Dealing
like?
with Dalton
go
wants a
through
play
shorts.
button. He wants a play button, but he's using shorts. And
And
shorts
Art
are
won't
great.
do it.
Those don't
Art's
count.
like,
What's
I
that?
want 100K, and Art says, I want 100K, but I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat.
I-
I'm
How
like,
is
That's
it
dude,
kinda how
cheating,
I
though?
am.
How does
it's
it
not
cheat?
cheating. It's not. It is in one. I mean, it's not cheating
I think
at all.
it's not. No, it's cheating's not the right word. It's a shortcut that I don't think is as meaningful.
Yeah.
It's not as
And
meaningful
by
because
meaningful,
like
you
those
mean
people
profitable.
aren't. Not really. It's
That's
meaningful
really it.
in a sense.
Because you're
It's
getting a
meaningful
lot
in
more
sense.
people watching your videos if you have 100K because of shorts. That means a lot more people see your videos in general.
Well, a lot more people see your shorts.
Yes, that's a video. That's also visual.
Great title.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Look,
Okay, so I think that
Kevin will agree with me. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. You know what I'm
We
saying?
started off on such a good note.
No, I think that shorts are interesting because I think if
Nobody
if anyone wants to
respects them.
complain,
People didn't respect YouTube. You sound like the radio guy who didn't respect Benny Hill or whatever the heck, or what's the old timey shows? Father Knows Best or whatever. You didn't respect that. That's not real. That's not Agatha and Herman doing the radio show. You know, that's what you sound
it's
like.
real. Okay, it's real. It's just to me, a play button, okay, has always been this thing you earned through long form content. I think there should be a different button that's just as awesome. That is for shorts earned subscribers.
Well, but
Oh my gosh, you sound like a bitter old man on a hill. Oh, you can't be like me.
I guess it's actually
You don't
doesn't
have one
really
either,
matter. Okay.
so.
No, Kevin said it was more profitable. This is an interesting
That is true.
conversation if
That
anyone's
is true.
interested in
At
content. No,
this
it
point.
might not be though. It might not be. It depends on your niche.
Not for long though.
It depends on your niche. So let me explain this to the non-content creators. Okay,
Nice.
so
Can we get back
If
to eBay
you're-
at some point?
this
No.
is similar. This is
No,
similar
we
to eBay.
cannot.
So you're creating content. Okay, if you create long-form content, you can do multiple mid-roll ads, and you earn money from your ads. So when Kevin gets 14,000 views on a video on his Flipper channel that's 30 minutes, he makes like $300. He's rolling in the dough. Okay,
Wait a
here's
minute,
Kevin's
wait.
finances.
I didn't listen to
Okay.
these numbers.
That's
I gotta
fine.
make sure
I made
they're-
them up, and they're probably close.
Okay, all right. Just so we know,
Okay.
because I didn't hear what you said. I heard $300.
But if I were to post a short and I was to get 30,000 views, I might earn like $1 on YouTube, right? $2,
Maybe.
$3, maybe not much, right?
Well, are you
Maybe
just
$3.
posting your short on YouTube only, or are you also posting it on YouTube?
Let's say you
on
post it
TikTok
everywhere and you get
Instagram
30.
and Facebook.
Okay, so let's say it gets 30K views everywhere. You're still earning less than $30, probably, with 30K
It's
views
different.
everywhere.
Because like there's oftentimes I make more money off my short form content than I do my long form on a singular
But not
video.
with the same amount of views.
Oh yeah, I get a lot more views, but
You
you
have to
get more
have more
views on
views.
short form if you know what you're doing.
Okay, no, my point was that generally, so what you'll do is you'll get the way YouTube's currently working, is if you get a lot of subscribers from shorts, they do not seem to all translate to long form viewers. You can agree
Very
with that,
few.
right, Carrie? They don't all translate to
Oh,
long
not at
form
all.
viewers.
Most
So
of them
you could
don't
maybe
translate at
have
all.
look
There's
at
different
Matt,
groups of
our
people,
friend Matt,
typically.
our friend Matt Thrifter Sifter has
Yeah.
over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. If he does a long form content video, he's going to get a few thousand views.
Yeah.
Right? Not like Kevin's numbers with less subscribers. How many subscribers do you have on Flipper? 50? 50,000 or
60.
something? 60,000?
I think.
How
So
many
he
of
has
them are
60,000
how many of them are
subscribers.
bots though, Kevin?
61.
Like have you ever how many were paid for by you?
So he has 61,000 on his Flipper channel. He gets 30,000 views on a long form. Kevin's going to earn a lot more money from a video than Matt is long form wise.
Yes.
And so my thing was, okay, if you get the shorts, yes, you have the play button, but Kevin was saying you don't have as much money. You're not earning as much money because with the long form viewers,
look,
you can earn more money.
You also
But
don't have a
Thrifter Sifters-
My
relationship.
point was that it doesn't actually work that way in most niches. So if you look at like cooking videos, things like that, there's tons of people with 100K subs, and they just have like one or two videos that got them like 50,000 subscribers, and now they get 1,000 views per video, even though it's long form. So it's not just limited to short form. It can happen on
But
long form
Thrifter
too.
Sifter's play button, we can agree on this. His play button and Kevin's play button taste the same, correct?
They taste the same. They shine the same. They look the same. They clout the same.
Exactly.
They do. Yeah, they do all the same things. But they are different. Harold Tornado is writing 6 comments right now about this. He has a lot of opinions.
He
about
loves
it, I think.
it. He loves
This is his
one
favorite
thing I've
part of
learned
the
about
show.
Josh is the only thing he cares about is the numbers. That's
Yes,
it.
he
Yes.
even
The only
voiced
thing.
that at the List Perfectly event because they did, how to grow your channel to 100,000 people, and I was speaking on that, and I didn't have 100,000. He was bent out of shape.
Yeah, he was.
He was sweating back there.
Yeah.
He was like,
Violent?
yeah.
Dude, I had to.
It's
Okay,
awful.
so talking about reselling a little bit more, and we will go into eBay
I
too.
love
but
reselling.
I had two. So what Kevin was saying is I've been doing a bunch of just random auctions this week, like just
Yep.
randomly, like okay, I'm going to sell records, and I tried it. I did a record auction.
Did you do that
I'm gonna
media
do-
mail category, by the way?
Yes, yeah, that's
Okay.
media mail. Ships media mail.
And so my understanding is it has to be in that category to get the media mail price.
Yes, and when I
Which stinks.
accidentally did a media mail auction with DVDs, I put stickers in, and stuff got sent back to me because there was my stickers in there, and they
Really?
wanted me to pay them like $60 because I had stickers and it was a
Really?
heavy package of DVDs. So do not
That
put
is-
stickers.
I
and if you
said that. I
order
made a
from
whole
me-
video
You did,
about
you did.
that,
Yeah, we
Dave.
talked about it. We talked about it on the show. But if you do a media mail show, do not put your stickers in
No,
there.
I
at
got a
all.
better one
Don't
for
do
you.
it.
Put your stickers inside the DVDs. They're
So
not going to
cheat
open
the
up the
system.
DVDs.
How to cheat
So
with
avoid
Commonwealth
the
No,
Pictures.
law.
that's just
Break
stupid.
the
I'm
law, but
sorry.
like where you don't
That's
get
just
caught.
dumb.
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
bubble
No.
wrap's in there, so
Kevin-
bubble wrap's not media mail.
Look,
Give
Speaking
me
of
a
breaking the
break. Get
law,
out of
I
here.
I
cannot
feel like you should
find,
be behind bars after hearing that.
I cannot find a way to order the free UPS 4x6 labels anymore. I think they like
Oh, are we
severely
talking about
It's
limited or
because
removed
y'all
it.
abuse
Oh.
that stuff. I said that y'all. There's so many y'all out there. You've been doing that for years.
All right, so Wednesday I went to a rummage
Eric,
sale.
OBX picker.
I
I'm
go to a
calling
rummage
you out.
sale, and there's like nothing there. But then I spot a Stephen King hardcover. I think it was
Yeah.
under the dome or something.
Those
right?
that was a pretty good auction you did.
Dude, so that's what I'm gonna tell you. I got 40 Stephen King books, the vast majority hardcover. I spent $28. That afternoon, I said I'm gonna sell these right now because I spent. It might have been the next morning, but I spent like an hour trying to figure out first edition versus first pressing,
Oh
and
man,
like all this
Stephen
learning
King
and
first
stuff.
Katie
edition
Reeds.
stuff is
Katie
hundreds
Reeds.
of dollars. Dude.
There's tons of
First
content
edition,
creators.
first printing.
Back
I've
from
made so much money off
Burnout,
Stephen
Katie
King
Reeds.
first editions.
Yeah.
Seriously,
printing.
They're good.
Yeah,
First
they are
printings,
good.
too.
Yeah, they are good. Okay, so I had a bunch of first printings with a few first editions. It's kind of what I learned while I did
Put
the
them on
Whatnot
Whatnot?
auction. I did. I
Why?
put them on
Well,
Whatnot.
I'm sorry. That was. Why would you do that?
Well, because I made
I can understand
$500 in
Laserdisc.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but you would have made probably $1,500 if you just sold them on eBay. And they would have sold
no,
fast.
No, dude, you're talking about like super old Stephen King. This was
And
not
some of
super
those
old
were going to
Stephen
sell for $6-8
Yeah.
on eBay even.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was some good stuff that
So
was
this
probably
was
worth
not
$50.
this was
but
not
it was
the
not
stand.
like the
This wasn't
stand.
Carrie.
No.
This is like okay.
This was Under the Dome. This was
okay,
like
that's- yeah, okay.
2000. You know, it's. I think I sold 40 books. I got $500. I paid 25, and I did it in less than 24 hours. And I think if I put them on eBay, most I would have gotten was 600-700. The most I would have gotten. So I gave up $200,
But
but I
that's
got
kind
it
of like
gone
that learning
immediately.
curve that we all have on Whatnot. At least I have had, anyways. It's like, like, okay, this is going to get near eBay value or better, and this item isn't going to come close to eBay value. It's a
Your
different
learning curve
audience.
too, Kevin. Your learning curve is going to be super slow compared to other people because
Huh?
you've yet to do an auction that didn't have 7 people helping you. The first auctions I did, I set up myself, I ran myself, and I think
Dave
I
had
even
to bail
shipped
me out. I
myself.
didn't know how.
I had to bail him out of this one too.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to
Straight
list
up.
an item like while the auction's going. If I had to, I couldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is stuff like you're a big boy. You need to learn this stuff, Kev.
No, okay, but last thing to say
Overrated.
about
Learning's
Whatnot.
overrated.
Okay, last thing to say about Whatnot. Kevin's right. This was me trying to learn, and I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep experimenting. So follow me on Whatnot if you want to try it. Tonight I did a Mickey ears sale at 8:00. I went to a yard sale. He had 20 Mickey ears. He was asking 15. I said, "Yo, I want to sell them. Can you give me a better price if I buy them all?" We agreed to 120, so $6 an ear. And I put them on Whatnot, and I brought in, what did I even bring in? I brought in, I think, 360
So
before
Not bad.
fees. So 320 after. I paid 120.
We did-
got 320 in 24 hours again. So $200 in profit.
We did a
in
toy
24
auction
hours.
on Tuesday, which we haven't done much of that lately. And we had most of the toy auction. A majority of that was one bag we had gotten for $20 of Ninja Turtle stuff that had some vintage stuff and some newer stuff. That one bag, it didn't even do that great, but it made us $120
Yeah.
just because we put it through the auction. So there is something to be said.
So let
But
me
this
ask
is
you
the
this,
part.
because I'm doing this. Well, just
Okay,
a
go.
minute. Listen, I'm doing a Wednesday promo here, 8:00. I'm doing only Family Guy. That's it. I've never done an auction like this. So it's I've done just this and this and this and this and this, but
I think
I'm
it'll go
going
better.
all Family Guy.
I think it'll go
Have
better.
any of
Okay.
your viewers even heard of Family Guy?
Sure.
That's an inappropriate show. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Is that like All in the Family?
No, so
That would have been
I
a funny
think that-
cartoon.
So I've been trying really heavily themed stuff, and I'm learning, right? Like records didn't do that well. Laserdiscs did terrible. Mickey ears were
Laserdiscs.
amazing. Stephen
If you
King
had
was
great
amazing.
laser
So
discs,
like,
though, it would have been different.
I'm gonna look differently. Yeah, true. If I had horror or something, but I'm gonna look. But even so, Carrie, like it's still not a lot of people have laserdisc players, right? They just don't. Even the people that wanted to support me were like, I don't have a laserdisc player. I can't even support
If I
you.
knew
Like,
somebody who had a laserdisc player, I wouldn't trust him. I'd first thought douche, definitely a douche.
So
Jeez.
all this was to come back around to this point. So a viewer met me down in Florida, in Orlando. Flip for you, really nice guy. Him and his wife, they came. We met in Orlando, and he gave me a big giant thing of Plush. He said, "I can't sell him. I've been trying to sell him. I can't sell him." And so I brought him home, and I did a Plush auction early this week, and it was like a pretty horrible auction. Now, mind you, my buy cost was 0, so I did fine. But people weren't bidding on this stuff. For the first time ever, like I had a bunch of plush that just were not selling because they weren't plush I normally would source. Like they just weren't good plush. I mean, there was some good ones in there, but they weren't great whatnotable plush. And so I thought that was interesting because I think under his impression, they weren't selling because he had no following. But I think the true reason they weren't selling is because they were legitimately, a lot of them weren't really that good.
If you
So
have, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was on. I don't know whose I was listening to. Oh, it was Roman, Anytime Picker, and Bearded Picker was in there. Y'all know Scott, and he's like, the days of selling dirty plush from a yard sale for $30 or over, and I'm like, I just sold a kind of not great looking plush lamb for $41 on eBay.
So,
plus
so
shipping.
Kevin, you do not clean your plushes, is what you're telling us.
Not usually.
I sometimes do.
If it's cleanable easily, yeah, but I'm not putting it in a laundry machine doing all. I mean, I'd rather sell it cheaper and let somebody else clean it.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, so my only point was just because Whatnot's hard, and it is hard, and it's hard to get a following, you need to get a following, all that's true. Don't always blame it on the lack of a following. Blame it also on the lack of good items. Like I think if anyone
with
had
eBay.
those Mickey ears I had today and started at $5, I bet they would have sold in the Mickey category. I bet they would have sold them all, even if they had like no following, because they were good Mickey
The
ears.
same
and
thing is
people
with eBay.
would've
eBay
paid for
sales
them.
are slow. You go into almost anybody who's saying that, you go in their eBay store, you could probably find a good amount of items that just don't make any sense, or they don't make any sense that they would sell quickly. Like it's a random,
I don't
garage
know.
door opener from 1995 that's sealed that, somebody might only need once every year.
Listen, I
Yes.
feel like Q4 is actually Q4 so far, and maybe it's just me, but I'm selling stuff like crazy,
Really?
like decent stuff.
What kind of stuff is moving for you?
Well, I'll go through. Let's see here. Taylor, I sold a golf bag. Dave, do you ever sell bags? The actual
I
bags? I
should.
sold
I
a
should. I always
tailor-made
Dude, there's a
just
bag
donate
market,
them.
yeah.
for $115 plus shipping. Just the bag.
Wow. Yeah, I
I
need to
mean,
sell
a
some. I
hat,
have a bunch of them.
replacement backgammon pieces. That lamb,
I mean,
the
Kevin, speaking
hee haw.
of good plush, I sold a good plush too. So again, Roman might be wrong because
No,
I'll show you
Roman
the one
didn't
I
say that,
sold. Oh,
and
whoever
I
said it.
think
Here,
that's. I mean, I
here, look
think
at
that's
my
kind of
my
true.
sale from this week, Carrie.
Oh wow,
80
Yeah,
bucks for a
nice. Oh,
plush cow.
Clarabelle.
that's
Yeah,
cool. I haven't
Clarabelle,
even
80
seen that
bucks.
one. That's dope.
Yeah.
$80.
So,
Yeah.
but everyone had left. It was there at the end of the day because the guy was charging $8, and I was like, "Well, I've never seen Clarabelle before, so I'm gonna grab that." And it was a good buy. But again, it's all about having good items.
Hey, speaking
So,
of laser discs, I sold two different 8-track players this week, three different 8-track players in the last 10 days, and the lowest price one was $55. I sold them for $125, and I sold them for $75. 8-track players.
oh, okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I don't think I've ever found one of those in the wild. That's only in the deep hearts of Virginia that you find an
Yeah.
8-track players.
Like we just
There
got
is
in a
some of
new
that.
8-track. We got a top of the line 8-track. Said you can have my old one.
No viewer
Yeah,
sales,
pretty
y'all. I
much.
don't know. I'm not complaining, so don't get mad. One viewer sale out of the last 30. No, I take it back.
It
Three
feels
viewer sales out
complaining.
of the last 35 sales.
Well,
Not
Kevin, I
complaining.
sold that Urkel that we bought together at the
Yeah.
127,
How
and I
much you get?
lost money on it. I
No,
lost money.
no.
I paid 25. I mean, did I lose money? I sold it 50 free shipping. I think the label cost me 20.
Ooh.
So yeah, I basically lost money because it was
See,
huge
and
in the box. It was enormous.
I've been selling things that I don't want to pick up as much anymore, like Wii guitars and stuff. Although I'll still pick some up if they're real cheap. I've been putting flat rate shipping $10 on them. So far, so good.
Yeah.
And I think I've broke even on the
The
shipping.
problem with those is I used to ship them in 2 priorities, but now they're going to
Mm-hmm.
be over 25
Yep.
inches long, and they're going to get
Yep.
that surcharge. So how are you
Yep.
shipping them?
Just break it in half.
I'm Frankenboxing them, to be honest with you. I'm taking
With,
the
like, normal
large
brown
box from either
boxes.
Walmart or
Ugh, that's too
Lowe's,
much work.
and that's an expensive box. And you break that thing
Yeah.
down and flatten it down. Of course, the Wii ones come apart, so it's not
That's
as
why you
big of a
sell
deal.
cards. An envelope, top loader, a piece of painter's tape. Good to go.
Do you have like
Easy.
a card sale of the week, Carrie? Like
I
some
have
sort
a
of
couple
epic
good
card
ones
sale?
just today. I mean, I'm selling a lot of cards right now. I sold.
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead. What's
I was
up?
gonna. You look it up. You look it up. I'll say this. So, did you see that somebody just straight ripped us off since another podcast is out? A new podcast.
What now? Who now?
Trash for cash.
Oh yeah.
Trash for
That's the
cash.
one that's
Yeah.
got. Is that the new Jimmy one?
Jimmy landed himself a new home. Which, for the record, we support Jimmy and we support the Reseller Clickbait podcast. We just don't support Ray. We don't support Ray. It's not worth it.
On the record, we support everybody. Off the record, we talk a lot of trash. Just kidding.
Okay, we didn't. I don't feel
joking.
like we've talked enough about Rockstar Flipper to put him in our thumbnail yet. So I mean, can I talk for a minute? So
Was I going to give my card sale of the week, or am I?
You were going to look it up. Did you find it?
Can I talk about something I sold one of those overpriced piece of clothing that you said I shouldn't have bought in that one video. I sold I sold the cool jacket, that patina wash jacket that I got in Utah for $45. That sold right away, man.
Who said
that's
you
money in
shouldn't
my
buy it?
pocket? That's Del Taco money right there. I could buy me and Don a combo meal apiece, and then I would have a couple dollars left over. I'm just saying. I also sold a pretty cool vintage rookie card of Sam McDowell. Do you remember Sam McDowell? He was a rookie in 1960. Kevin, probably when you were like in your 30s or 40s. I got that from Jimmy. Yeah, Sam Malone.
It's a lefty for the Red Sox.
Yeah, and he was also on Cheers, right?
Oh, he's a lefty from the Red Sox. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was from a Jimmy old school pit. Old school.
You know what I finally started doing?
School
I started
sales.
breaking out the consoles. I never sell video game consoles. I just like stack them up in this closet.
I sold the PS2 this week.
And the closet is full, so I'm like, all right,
I
let's
sold a
go.
Wii on
And
Whatnot.
sold two PS2s and a Wii, and they both sold incredibly fast.
What'd you list the Wii for? What do you get?
Well,
$40,
$48, $48, and it had 2 controllers and a little gray thing. I mean, it was no games or
Dude, I
nothing.
was watching back some footage, and this person had a Wii set, and it was what did they say? It was I think it was $50 for the Wii and all the games. And then I asked her for like the price of all the games, and she's like, "Oh, I need to get at least $45 for the games."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I didn't put it together at that moment. It's like, so the console's $5? I should have just said like, "Oh, can I have the console for the $5 then?" But I didn't think of it. And I was like regretting not saying that because she would have said no, but it would have been a funny.
I bought a
moment,
Wii
whatever.
for like $45 a few weeks ago, but it had a bunch of games, and there's 2 in there. I'm like, those 2 should get me close to my money back, so I did it.
45 is the going rate for Kevin's Wii. So we do have a question from Running for the King over on. Oh wait, I never was gonna say. So I just wanted to say, guys, anyone who realized the thumbnail last week was literally AI'd faces of Daily Refinement Chris and Casey Rockstar Flipper.
Just
Go
ripped.
look closer.
Ripped.
Go look closer. It literally is their faces if you look carefully.
It
It's
threw
young
me off.
Casey. It's young.
Now,
Casey.
this is allegedly. It threw me off how much hair Casey had, allegedly, because I'm used to a certain vibe from Casey hair-wise, and it was different.
Kevin, I called
Allegedly.
Kerry and I asked him. He's like, I don't really like the thumbnail. I'm like, but dude, it's literally them. And he looks at it. He's like, oh, that is cool.
I
It
like
reminds me
it.
of like Rocky
'Cause
4.
I think it's because you looked at it on your phone and like you didn't zoom in or anything, right? And once you actually zoom in, you get to
I think
see
it was a good
glory.
representation. Like there was a legitimate quarrel going on in the YouTube world, and we just stuck ourselves right in the middle of it for no reason.
Well, and
Nobody
we
asked,
for the
and we were
views,
there
for the views.
for the views.
And before
which is
we
exactly
go to our
why,
questions,
which is exactly why the video was made to begin with, allegedly.
before we
was
go
for the
to our
views.
question segment, guys, before we go to our question segment, we will give you an update because some people were saying that like this is where they get their news.
time.
So the update is
sad.
News
as
time.
follows:
Woo,
Daily
woo.
Refinement. Okay, actually, a couple big things. Tech and Sport left
He's
Daily
out.
Refinement's podcast.
He's out.
He's out.
He's
I want to
out.
have him on this show really
Allegedly.
bad. So if anyone knows Tech, ask him if he wants to come on
Mel,
Trash
yes.
the Cat.
What's his
let's
real
get
name?
Mel.
Tech.
I want to get Mel on here too.
I
Anyway,
thought it was
Yeah.
Tech
so
in Sports.
Tech and Sports.
last name.
Okay,
TNS.
so he left. We don't know why. He's just going his
we
own
don't know.
way. He did not say anything
Allegedly,
specific, but it's
we cannot
interestingly timed.
emphasize enough that we cannot confirm this completely for legal reasons.
The timing of the exit is both interesting and kind of
Are you reading something from AI, by the way?
suspicious, suspect. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
not. It is suspect. The whole like it makes Chris look bad. Even if Chris did nothing wrong, it does make him look kind of
It's
bad.
like-
I will say also, Carrie,
It's like you quit
if
from
you-
Taco Bell right after it burns down. It looks suspicious.
Yeah.
It
No,
looks like
you quit
maybe
from
burnt
Taco
down
Bell
Taco
right
Bell.
after everyone gets salmonella.
It's
and you're
like
like,
what's
oh, I
gonna
quit.
happen
By
Right
the way.
after there's poop on the ceiling. You don't show up again.
When Death Pile Picker finally goes off the rails and you two kick me off the podcast, is that like a good analogy?
I want to know
that's a good
how
idea.
fast. What's your contingency plan to
Allegedly.
get that
He's
sticker off
following
your
my show
trailer?
on Wednesday, by the way. He's got the
How
trailer.
fast
I'm
can
out
you
of
get
luck.
that sticker off the trailer and erase it from internet? That's
Lot
what you need.
faster
You
we
need to
can
be
get it
thinking
on.
of this.
Okay, so he left the show. Daily Refinement. So he did a video. Tech and Sports.
He did
By
a
the way,
video.
he showed his face. Did we ever talk about that?
Yeah,
He's
no,
now
he showed his face.
out there. You can see
Somebody
who
said
is
he
now.
looked like me a little bit. Somebody
yeah,
did
like
say
a-
that because
a
he's got the
fitter
gray
Carrie.
beard. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like overtly sexual. It was nice. Was that too far? That
So
was too far.
basically he left the show. Chris did a video that said nothing, didn't respond to like anything, but the comment down below said like he's pursuing legal action. If you saw that, I don't know if you saw that, but his like pinned comment says, keep it respectful. I'm pursuing legal advice for the stuff that's going on. He didn't go into any more detail than that. Casey Rockstar Flipper did like an 18-minute video. Kevin, maybe you can summarize that so people don't have to watch it. You watched it.
remember.
Basically, he
to
was saying
rehash some
nothing's
of the-
happened.
It was responding to
does
some
he-
of the comments that he could
Negative.
respond to and that were misunderstood. That would be
How
my
does Casey
summary
do
of it.
those videos? Does he rent out like the back room of like a IHOP or a Denny's or a Waffle House? 'Cause it's always just like the blandest room ever. Like he's at a dentist office and it's just nothing in the background, and then he's just talking kind of like a hostage video, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. So that's the update on that front. There's not much to say is the update. And we'll let you know if anything unique or new happens. But what I was going to say is I was shocked by the number of comments in our last video of people who had poor experiences buying from Daily Refinement. I don't need to hide that or sugarcoat it. Look at the comments. It was a shocking amount of people who had poor experiences.
But maybe they're the same people who are
Maybe they're the same
commenting on the
people.
other videos.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
it's
troll
the same-
accounts. We
No,
don't
maybe
know.
it's- 40,
But it was a lot of negative comments. I even got
comments
private
from the same
messages on
person.
Whatnot.
I'll tell you
saying
what,
that they
if
had
nothing else,
bad
this,
experience.
this experience should inform Dave that he should not sell things without ears. If nothing
Yes,
else.
that's what I've learned is don't sell. I had such an opportunity to put scam in my title and get like a #1, but I didn't do it, guys. You should be proud of me. I wasn't doing clickbait last week. I was doing a non-clickbait week.
Just last week. He's
Just
back
last
at
week.
it
I'm
this
going
week.
back.
That
my
makes
my
you feel
thumbnail
better
tomorrow. No, my thumbnail tomorrow is free stuff. That's literally the thumbnail, just free stuff. And then it's like I'm giving all this away, and it's talking about my Whatnot auction.
Oh,
It's gonna be you,
out.
like AI with like you're gonna be the devil with your face AI over the devil, and it's gonna be holding.
That reminds
money.
me. So I put out a picker video today, and it's Sunday, and yeah, you know how immediately after you put out a video, sometimes you have a couple unsubs, and then it goes up. I had seven, and I'm like, what is in this video that people don't like? I couldn't understand, so I start reading the comments. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. And I had a guy in there who I asked, he's like, I'm like, you got any trucker hats? And he goes in and gets the trucker hats. He brings them out. It's like NRA, Trump 2020, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, but he's super nice guy, whatever. I'm like, well, I guess I know how you vote. And just funny, just doing whatever. And I told him, I said, those aren't kind of the style hats I'm looking for. And people were like, oh, that's not your style, then you're not my style. And they're clicking. I'm like, they don't sell on eBay, people. They don't sell on eBay. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was a little I couldn't figure out. I thought they were mad at me for trying to buy this old lady's stuff, but
you've really taken this to an overtly political place today, Kevin. Let's
This
move to the
wasn't
questions over on
overtly
Patreon.
political. It was
Running
not
for the
political.
king.
That's the point.
I know. Running for the King said, if you were starting a new online marketplace like eBay or Mercari, what would you name it?
Say it
He
again,
said
I
this
wasn't
over
listening.
If you're starting your own online marketplace, what would you name it?
My own online marketplace. Which,
This
by the
question
way, have you
seemed
heard
moderately dumb, running for the king. So I
Yeah,
just asked
yeah.
ChatGPT. When we have dumb questions, we let ChatGPT answer it. So here's what ChatGPT would have said. It said, naming a new online marketplace is a creative and strategic process. We're getting real lazy on
Trash
this show.
to cash.
The name should
There
be
you go.
memorable, easy to spell, and preferably convey the essence of your platform. Here are some name suggestions: Trade Hub, Shopwave, Market Fusion, Salesphere, Offer Haven, Sell Nest, Trade Trove, List Leaf, Price Palace, and Bazaar Bay.
I would go. If you guys lived in the 90s, especially in Utah, they put 2 Z's on everything because of the Utah Jazz. So they would have all like the Buzz. There was a minor league team. They'd put Z's on everything. So what I would do if I had a new selling site, I would want to try to get some of the momentum from other sites. I would call it OnlyFans with 2 Z's, and we would just be selling product.
Do you remember that one selling site? I think it had a B as a logo. Or
Bonanza?
something. No, and it was like a Dutch. It was an opposite. What do they call them? Dutch auctions, where you would use credits.
Yeah, that's still a thing. That's
Is
still a
it?
thing. Yeah. It's bid
That was
now
a
or
joke.
bid.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, I
it's a
remember what you were
scam
talking
site,
about.
basically.
That was a
Yeah,
big
and you
deal for
pay
like
for
a year.
credits and bid, and it would go down.
Dude, it still happens.
Weird.
It's still
like
a thing. I can't remember.
That's
what
why
it's
my
called, but
credit
it's
score is in the negative
high
right
bid
now because of
no.
that site.
Is it high bid?
No, it's not high bid. High bid's for actual auction houses. And stuff
Well,
like
some
that.
of the commenters will comment it. All right, next question from No Nose Picker. Been thinking about getting an Animan because we don't need our store moving. We need the runs. Sheesh. LOL. Good thing we have retirement income. Kevin, do you have an answer? That's not really a question. I asked ChatGPT anyways. I asked it anyways.
Is he saying that he's not getting sales? That the Animan is not fulfilling its promise?
So here's the thing, I think we should answer and
it does.
ChatGPT should get
Every
a chance.
time.
ChatGPT, Carrie said, it seems like you're making a humorous reference to a common mispronunciation or misspelling. Instead of animan, I assume you meant an enema? Enemas are medical procedures used to help relieve constipation or prepare for certain medical exams. If you're experiencing gastrointestinal issues, and this is for you, No Nose Picker, if you're experiencing that, it's good to consult with a healthcare professional who can provide proper guidance and
I
recommendations.
love how
tailored to your specific
responsible
situation.
artificial intelligence.
And we want to take care of you, No Nose Picker.
Except
Go
for they're
check
not
with
that
the doctor.
intelligent.
If
they don't know what
you
an
don't even
enema
have a
is.
nose. You need to see a doctor.
No, and it gives some advice. It says maintaining a healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet and regular exercise, can help with your digestive issues. Okay, so just think about that. So that's
You
the
should
answer
sell
to that
a
question.
diet plan. That'd be
Dude,
Dave.
I'm not gonna say it, but ChatGPT can create one for you. You don't need to pay no nutritionist anymore. You can literally just type in, "Give me a diet plan based on Cheetos. I want to eat Cheetos for every meal."
Here's a diet
Cheeto
plan.
recipes.
Every diet plan I've ever seen in my life. It's simple. Do you like that? Does it taste good? Stop it.
Don't eat it.
None of that.
Just don't eat
You
that.
can
What do you
stop
think Kevin
eating
keeps
that.
doing when he turns
Is that
his camera off?
is that dirty? Does it have dirt on it still? Eat that. That's what I've learned.
I like to assume
Kevin
he's
got offended at
refilling
that.
his cup of water with whiskey every time he turns the camera off.
He's got the male urinal. He's peeing.
He's
right, as
sipping
we
from a
speak.
flask. What are you doing when you turn your camera off all these times?
The dogs are kind of making noise, so I asked Turner to come in here and get Wallen.
You could
Does he
declaw them
mute
for
it
the
too?
show. Declaw the dogs.
Oh my gosh. I gotta check out some comments this week.
Okay,
Y'all.
in all of your years of reselling, what was the worst buy you ever made?
I tell you, I made money on it. There's one
I make so many bad buys.
And I've done tons of these, but those Nordic Track ski machines, I used to buy and part them out all the time. It makes some decent money on them. They kind of went down over the years. The computer's the big money maker. You know what I'm talking about? The wooden Nordic Track machines? Are you gonna make a meme of this? All right.
No, you're cutting out
you're
pretty
not even
bad.
listening.
Carrie, is he cutting out
I'm
bad
sorry.
for you? Is it my internet?
Carrie's completely stopped.
Everyone's internet's
Carrie's
dead
frozen.
except for mine. Carrie's frozen. Can you hear me, Kevin?
I can.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I can hear you, but you're frozen. Am I frozen or am I like happy?
No,
Am I
you're
back?
moving around.
What's happening?
Yeah, you're back.
Man,
You're
this is just a total shite show. If we could, I feel like I'm on the
Okay.
Reseller Locker Room podcast right now. Jeez.
Kevin was talking about he was selling a Nordic Track and how he did something with it.
So I used to part them out. I used to part the Nordic Track machines out, and you can 6 or 8 really sellable parts, and then a couple that were long tail. But I decided one time one was in great shape. I was just going to ship it all together, and it was the heaviest, worst box ever. I made money on it, and I'm like, I will never ever do it again. I don't know. I have to think about my worst buys ever. I made some pretty bad ones early on, but everybody does, I think. Still make some every once in a while.
Yeah. And Carrie, we're
everybody's
talking
frozen
about our
again, no?
worst buys ever, Mr. Frozen. Do you have a worst buy
Am
ever?
I still frozen? Am
No,
I
now you're
frozen right
moving.
now?
No.
Your
Okay.
quality is low, but you're working.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't
it's
see
kinda like
anything on
Carrie.
my end there being an issue. No, my worst buy, gosh, I mean, so many. Let's start out
My
there.
worst
So
investment
many
was
to choose
Carrie.
from.
That was my worst.
What are you talking about?
American Arbitrage.
We have this beautiful podcast that we created together. We gave life to
is
this
true.
beautiful podcast.
Yes,
You know,
did.
Brandon said
it's
to me,
the
Kevin,
birthday,
that-
second birthday of the podcast.
I don't really make
by the
bad
way.
buys, honestly. I really don't.
Yeah, you're amazing. So, Carrie, Brandon said to me today that he again met someone at a garage sale in Lynchburg who knew you and I only from the podcast.
Really?
Only from the podcast.
That is
That's
so
like
weird.
it's really interesting. There's a lot of people. Hello, everyone who's listening to just a
Yeah, if you
podcast.
only
I have a
listen to
YouTube
the
channel,
podcast and you're not-
ADH Dave,
And you didn't
okay?
learn about
Check it
Dave
out.
from Parks
Well,
Pursuits or
What's
AI
your
Picks?
last Flipper video, Dave? Did it beat this?
Beat this
podcast?
podcast?
The last
no,
one.
I don't think so. I don't really look at my numbers anymore.
He doesn't
Guys,
care
I
about
found
numbers,
a way
Kevin.
for you YouTubers out there who are struggling with your numbers. Create 7 channels. You become so numb to video performance that you don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even look anymore. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Or have a group of friends that you could say you're feeling down about it and they can just make fun of you for sucking.
Like, I always have another video coming out the next day, so I'm like, whatever, that one's a 9, maybe tomorrow's will be an 8 on one of the channels, or a 7,
Dude,
or a
I got a
6
7
out of
right
10.
now. I've never felt so much joy. I'm like a 7. I love it. I love it.
That's
It
the
makes me
beauty of
feel
tens.
alive again.
They
Yeah.
turn into-
Seeing nothing but 10s makes a 7 beautiful.
No, Kevin, ever since I stopped doing clickbait, I don't get 10K views anymore. I've been getting like 7K views, but it's kind of
Why
cool to
did
see
you
my
stop?
base who
Why
will
did-
show up. I just kind of wanted to give people a break from the clickbait, a little break. I'll probably go back to it, but I wanted to give them a
Do
little
another
break.
one by the garbage
Apparently
can.
they
Throw
like it.
something different.
Hey, what's the picture you sent me next to a car? Did you just find a car in a parking lot and be like, "This
That
is
was a
my car"?
Lamborghini. That was a Lamborghini
couldn't tell.
Hurricane or whatever, and it was
Yeah.
me standing in front of it, and I said, "Look, I'm a Rockstar Flipper." It wasn't mine though. I just found it in a parking lot, and I wanted to
Use
pretend
that
it
You
was
should have
for the
AI'd a
thumbnail.
lake behind it. You should have done an
Yeah.
AI lake behind it.
Okay, well, I mean, listen, I wanted people to think that I was outlandishly wealthy, but
If I'm ever,
didn't work.
for the record, if I'm ever in the Tampa Bay-ish area, I'm finding that lake and I'm taking a picture with my Honda Civic, and I'm gonna look rad.
I think it's, dude, you still owe a bunch of people a video.
I got
Seriously.
one. I got Don's done. I got
Do Paul's merch.
I got
merch.
Paul's
Merch.
merch. I'm gonna do tonight, and I'm gonna do who's the other one?
Casey, if
That
you're
might be
listening, do an expose on Carrie not giving what he promised. That's it. That's what you should do.
Yeah,
Make
I
a
mean,
video.
I'm tempted to remove all these tiers. Carrie just can't. He can't
What are you
perform.
talking about? I'm doing. You got all the tiers I have to do. Number one, so it's a lot of pressure on me. There's like 7 different videos I got to make now. We turned this into a machine here. I got to do a Harry Tornado one too, right? And then I got to do Paul's merch.
No, he
and I got to
canceled.
do
Well,
Samwise Gamgee or something.
You don't really need to motivate Josh. I mean, you could. We never. I mean, we kind of promised it, but
We did promise it.
we did sort of.
You tend to do that. You promise stuff that I have to do. You're very liberal with that.
Well, okay. Can we at
It's
least do
political.
the one thing we're supposed? What's that?
Well, we're doing
What
So
about
let's
your
not
Vegas
make it
musical?
political.
Oh, I thought you said Vegas musical.
Okay.
Jefferson is a new member. Jefferson, thank you for
Moving on
subscribing on the Patreon.
wow.
Thank you, Dealer. The Flipper Skipper.
Dude,
Lady
is that Wheeler
Arbitrage.
Dealer from that old show back in the day? Do you guys remember that?
I don't know,
YouTube
but Lady
show?
Sounds
Arbitrage.
familiar.
Lady Arbitrage, she's
Still
still processing that payment.
still-
So thank you, Tom.
We have not bounced the check yet. That's awesome.
That's almost all the money you're earning from the other
That is-
3
That's like
in that
3
tier.
days of card sales. Thank you, Don.
No nose picker, remarketable, Brian Sampour Beal, Happy Hound Trading, Matt's Profs Pursuits, which I thought I saw things saying he canceled, but maybe he didn't cancel. Harry Tornado, Traveling Shopper, Superhero Headquarters, Death Valley Finds.
I
Is
might
he
have
new?
motivated Matt so much that he no longer needs it.
Yeah. Vintage Sports, Flips, Paul's Merch, ABC Matt, Brian Bacon Fun, New Jersey Picker, Loken Murky, Biscuit Butt, and I think that's everyone. I think I said, or Race Hack Resell.
Yeah,
Race
Race
Hack
Hack
Resell.
Resell.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so anyways, thank you all for joining at that level. We appreciate it. We know you're getting almost nothing in return except for
Zero.
helping keeping Carrie fed. And I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Now, speaking fed, and I appreciate that. Now, speaking of keeping Carrie fed, I still have no new updates on the event, but I'm talking to the event planner tomorrow, and I will try to add into the end of the show whatever we talk about before I finish editing it. That's my goal. So hopefully I have some details at the end of this video. So stay tuned. And if there's nothing there, this guy might, have just been ghosting me. I don't know, or tricking me, and maybe there's no event. I don't know. We're doing our best. Kevin's doing nothing. That's the important part.
Kevin has done
That's
nothing.
the important
We
part.
cannot emphasize that enough.
Yes.
Here's another Cynthia Wilson. She says, "Love watching you guys. I've never resold anything, but I enjoy all your channels."
Okay.
That's
Surprises
an
me.
interesting phenomenon.
That's the most
People who
interesting
watch
comment you
and
found?
don't sell.
No, there's a lot of good ones, but they're long. And
Not
I'm
good enough
like,
for you to read, apparently, though.
Ivan, this podcast is so great. Carrie's improved so much on the amount of crap he dishes out to Kevin. Dave allegedly likes using the word allegedly. Commonwealth Swinger Life. That's going to be
Well,
interesting.
so what does that
to watch.
mean? He's improved as in he's better at giving Kevin
I
crap, or he
guess.
gave Kevin less crap?
I don't know. That's a
Because-
good question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
All right, here's yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Let me
All right, so
No, go
this is the comment.
No,
I
you
think
go
I
ahead.
sent this to
No,
you
you
guys.
go.
and
No,
I
No,
didn't
you
like-
go. You
Kevin,
go.
you
Paul-
can go ahead and talk now.
Go,
Paul
Kev.
Wolbers.
Please, Kevin,
It's-
start
it's-
talking at any moment.
It's funny because when I tried to say anything about this in the Trash to Cash group, the moderator talked down to me like I was stupid for trying to bring it up.
Yes.
I knew I'd see it covered in the. Oh, I get it now.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you
I
were
see.
saying that. Okay.
So somebody said something about the controversy in the Discord before we did a video about it, and they got
No,
Alicia.
not the Discord. Facebook page.
This is the Facebook page.
It's Facebook page.
Oh, I was
it
going
was,
to blame
it was New
Alicia.
Jersey Picker.
Now we got to blame
Yeah,
New
don't
Jersey
blame
Picker.
Alicia.
Or the commenters in the podcast in the Facebook group.
Dude, it is a big group. It's like 24,000 people. And it's funny because, like, Facebook groups, guys, they get so toxic so quick. Can you not be toxic in a
Ours has
Facebook
been
group?
okay. It's in
That's because
comparison.
he's
you're
taking
not-
care of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in other groups where people will write something, and I'm in some YouTube groups too, where they're like, "Hey guys, can you just let me know what you think about the lighting in this shot?" And then someone will write back and be like, "To be frank, this video sucks, and I hate the transitions, I hate the sound." And the person just
It's like I just asked about
they
lighting.
Just, yeah, just abuse. Like, and my wife was telling me some of the groups she's in, she'll be like, "Here's my my pregnancy pic. I'm 6 months pregnant," and she's like, the people will comment and they'll be like, "Oh, that baby's got 7,000 square feet of space of living area in there," like just making fun of people. Like, why are they so
that's
brutal
awful.
on Facebook?
I
It's
don't
just-
think
it's
I feel
aggressive.
like with Facebook, right before you send your comment, there's like a little question mark you click on or whatever, and it says, "Is this mean enough? Is this mean enough?" because I don't feel like I've ever had a Facebook comment that was constructive or nice.
All right,
They're
y'all
always
really
weirdly aggressive. I don't get what's up with Facebook.
So y'all go over there and be mean to the mean people on Facebook.
Yes.
Well,
Fight fire with
don't
fire.
be mean. Just don't be mean, guys. Just be nice. Let's try
Two
that
wrongs
for
will
once.
make a right in this case.
New Jersey Picker sent his nonsense again.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
read one of them.
Read one.
Here, this one doesn't actually seem like nonsense. So let's read this one.
Okay.
Why does eBay not have a dark mode for desktop yet? You know, like you can do dark mode, light mode.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know.
This
The
is
comments I
another
would be
question for
getting is, in a
ChatGPT.
world like this, who cares about such trivial stuff? That's the stuff
Yeah.
I'm getting lately.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, somebody does, apparently.
14,000 people are clicking on Kevin's.
Yeah.
So
Kevin
stop
doesn't-
clicking on Kevin's.
Kevin-
Go over to
Kevin
mine.
doesn't-
ADH Dave.
Kevin doesn't say a thing in any of his videos.
I say all kinds of things. What are
Yeah, you
talking
say
about?
words, but there's nothing behind them. Kind of like
Okay,
a
so
hot
I
air
asked-
balloon.
I asked ChatGPT about the dark mode, and it says, as of my last update, eBay had not officially introduced a dark mode for desktop. However, the availability of dark mode or other interface changes can vary depending on several factors: priorities for development, user demand, technical challenges, testing and user experiences, competitive factors, and update. Anyway, so we don't know, Brian. Or not Brian, Chris.
I see no controversial posts over on the Facebook page in the last week or so. None.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's great news.
Yeah, just lots of helpful, wonderful people.
Paul's Merch, one of our new members on the Patreon, said, I just
Welcome.
received my first negative feedbacks in about 3 years. It was more of a review of the new in-box product than a rating of my service to the buyer. What is your collective opinion about how eBay feedback system affects you as a seller? Is a feedback system relevant anymore? With Paul's Merch is definitely new if he's asking this, because we've talked about this a lot. We can
bought
cover it
something
again.
from somebody had 96% feedback the other day. I'm like,
Philly Flipper?
I'll buy it.
No, he's not that high.
he's not
Philly
that high.
Flipper's 86%. Okay.
No,
Every one of his negatives, he's just on a tirade. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. He's not that bad.
We don't care. Honestly, we don't really care about negative feedback. Paul's Merch, like at least me and Carrie don't. Me and Carrie don't
You don't
care. We've
care.
talked about it at length.
I
You
really
don't care at all?
We care about
Well, I mean,
it
if I got a ton
little.
of them, I would.
You're going to
If
be
you got a
carrying
ton.
like a 93% feedback or something?
You got to be like a
one-off-
sociopath.
A one-off
to have a
negative
93%,
feedback that's
though.
about a product and not even talking about my service. I don't care if I get it. Fine.
Really? Oh,
Whatever.
I want that removed. So I would
Yeah, you
want
get it removed if you want to, but I
Yeah,
might.
I want to. You
might-
wouldn't?
I think I'd probably
Heck
get it
yeah,
removed, but I
I'm
wouldn't be
getting
I
that
don't
upset
even
about
check
it.
my feedback. Hardly
I
ever.
get-
I
I'm
hardly ever
sensitive.
check it. I'm gonna check it right now. Let's see if I have any new
You are
negatives.
sensitive. That is
I
true.
don't like negative.
Carrie, you want me to
talk.
tell you if you have any new negatives? I couldn't
Yeah,
find your
let's
page.
find
the other
out.
day.
We
Is it
used
still
to have.
Plumber
Wasn't there a
Girl
segment
69?
before where we just read
I have
Carrie's
one.
negatives?
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
a
fun.
negative.
We
Yeah.
could
Well,
just
me and
read
Dawn
Paul's
both
negatives.
share
That's
this
more
account.
fun.
I mean, it's her account, so if it's a negative, it's because of something she did.
I can't even figure out how to find my feedback. Oh, here we go. I'll tell you. How do you even see it anymore? Oh, here we go.
It's
I have
right
two
there at the
negatives.
top.
I have two negatives. And one is from 6 months ago and one is from like 11 months ago.
Oh,
It's
wow.
too old.
Don't fall off. You gotta fall
I have
off.
6 negatives in the last year. My last one was over 6 months ago, or past 6 months.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
gotten
gonna count
cards in
those.
poor condition. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
fluke.
All
It
right.
happens.
So here you go. So Dave, you said I couldn't do it. So I've got my store visits.
Oh, you got it. Nice. How many you got?
44,880.
And I was at 21,000, so you're double mine. No wonder you sell more than me, sir. You have a lot more items, though. You have a lot more. But then again, Carrie has. How many items do you have, Carrie?
Here's the thing: when I get somebody looking at my store, they buy. That's the difference.
How many items do you have though listed?
I have over 6,000 listed.
So you
I
had.
don't even know how many. I
Not
have
everything
right
was viewed this month on
Let's
your
see.
store. That's for sure.
Yeah, possibly.
Literally, there's
I'm sure
items
a
for a
lot
whole
of the
month that
lower
didn't
end
get
cards
clicked on
probably
at
don't
all.
get clicked on at all. Yeah, at least
Yeah.
once every now and then, maybe. But yeah,
Nah,
that's
Dude,
interesting.
listen-
doesn't
listen
have
to
that
my
much
days
negative.
here.
Paul's account's looking cleaner, actually. He's up
my
to a
days.
98.
$400. I'm. You're gonna yell at me for bragging. I'm not. I'm just saying something's going on here. So 494, 480, 470,
What's he
450.
talking about? What are these numbers? he's
490.
saying?
That's my sales per
zoned out.
day.
That's just
Every
Oh,
day it's like
How do you
500
see
bucks.
that?
That's just the super chats
That's
he's getting.
that. How do you see that? That's like the most. That's like you
Dude,
go
can I
go to
tell
your
you guys
seller
about
Just
That's
buy
dashboard.
me
cool.
a coffee account daily.
Oh, someone said that they sent me a buy me a coffee, but I don't know how to
New
check
follower,
it.
whatnot.
How
Do you
do I
see how
see if
many
I gotta buy me a
followers
coffee?
some of these people have on whatnot now? It is insane.
Dude,
I'm
Storage
looking at
Auction
these.
Pirate
I mean,
has
these
a
Harry
kajillion
Tornado's
people.
got like 40,000.
I've got like 6,000.
That's
or
why you're
something.
doing this giveaway. Don't be acting like it's because you
No,
want to have,
he wants
free
followers.
stuff
He wants
for
followers.
people. You could just sell it to me. You just want the free goodwill.
Yeah, Kevin
Goodwill
could
towards men.
Kevin could sniff out somebody who wants vanity metrics more than anybody. Because Kevin himself is very much like that. He wants that.
Performance? Is it under performance? Is that how you see how many?
How much money you make every day?
Yeah, how do you see that?
It's in your seller hub.
Where do you see what you're
How do
making
you
on
do
eBay? Is that your question?
Sort-
It's in
marketing?
your seller hub, dude.
Where's your seller hub?
Just go to my eBay selling.
eBay.com. Go to
eBay.com.
eBay.com.
You're
Are you
not
on
being
Bonanza
serious.
right now?
Selling.
I mentioned
I'm at selling.
Bonanza.
I'm at selling. I'm at selling.
Carrie, I did this. My video coming out tomorrow is
It just says
51
sales in
items.
31
delisted.
days. How do I do it by one day?
Oh, I don't know. My chart just comes up. Chart across 31
Sales.
days.
Here we go. Sales. Chart again. Okay, I see. You click on that.
Mine just comes up
I
automatically.
see. Sunday, total sales 125.
Up 33% for the month.
Dude, Saturday was $40 for me. I killed it on Saturday. $40, guys. Friday, 190. And then the day before 368, the day before 625. Then 250, 438, 13. Here we go. $50 on dude, I have like no sales on Saturdays. That's an interesting
I did
trend.
178 on Saturday.
That's why I was so surprised, because normally when I'm out garage sailing, I don't have a lot of sales. Like hardly ever hear cha-ching in the morning. But I had like 5 sales while I was out at garage sales. Like, this doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's just like every Saturday I have like $50 in sales. That's really interesting. I wonder why that is.
I have this is weird. I did 200. This is a weird back-to-back
This
day.
is a terrible.
I did
football
250. I did 250 on Tuesday, but the Monday before that, I did $9. How do I go from $973 to $250 in back-to-back days? That's what you call being good at your job. Wildly inconsistent.
I mean, listen, can we talk about that for a second? That's why a lot of people refuse to quit their job to do eBay full time.
Yeah.
Because of the inconsistent.
Yeah, it's because Krylov is just
eBay.
Krylov is tearing up the algorithm. Because Krylov is the overseer. Is the overseer, the puppet master of the algorithm that is eBay. They control all, they see all, and they feel nothing. Krylov.
I think that it's nowadays doesn't matter as much I think with cross listing, it's not as big of a deal because you could be selling on another platform on those days.
Do you know what I love about cross listing is posting stuff on other sites and then it not selling there also. I started like cross listing this
all the way, baby.
Dude, seriously, I started
Poshmark
cross listing this last week again after a little bit of a hiatus and just not even anybody liking anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I should change my Poshmark back to its original name, On Point Style, because that was pretty trendy. They don't like American Arbitrage on Poshmark.
Yeah.
On Point Style was with it.
I don't know.
We'll see if this continues. I'm happy with Q4 so far, but I've heard the opposite from some folks. So let us know in the comments.
Sold 400 today?
Yeah, so far I've sold.
What did you sell?
488.87 today, and it's
what
11
items?
o'clock. I'm getting there. I'm getting
I want
there.
a list of
I don't
every
want to
item.
give away my flipper video.
Dang it, he caught on.
Jeez.
I was going to tell people they didn't need to watch his next video.
You don't need
It's
to
not
watch
my
the
next,
video
it's like
because it's
2
going to be
videos.
boring.
I just sold a vintage Bell System Western Electric Space Saver rotary telephone for $100 plus shipping. I sold a Harry Potter towel, vintage Harry Potter towel, 2001 for $25 plus shipping. Some Harley boots.
Oh, Carrie's getting ready. Carrie's
Weeds,
doing it.
Snap-on tools.
What do you buy, Carrie?
$14.
Oh, it's beautiful, guys. Look at Carrie. What's he doing?
We're finally
Carrie, you're
putting
supposed
out.
to be yelling a name. You're supposed to be yelling a name.
I buy shite.
Is that who we're doing?
Yeah.
No. Is it still?
Yeah.
I'm eating French fries.
Oh, man.
Oh, what kind of French fries? Just where they're
What
from.
happened to
What kind of
Dollar
French
Bills,
fries?
y'all?
Potato
What happened
kind.
to Dollar Bills? Is he still a member here? I miss him.
I
Now,
look like I'm in like a
think
horror movie.
There's an important thing I wanted to mention, and I've been
What is
wanting to
that?
mention this.
Ketchup.
Carrie, you got to yell his name as you rub this all over your face.
Dude, it burns a little bit. Is it supposed to burn?
Can I tell you like the
Vinegar.
most exciting thing about this, Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
I buy Chite. He canceled a while back. I just wanted Carrie to do jelly hands for nothing. You probably owed him one. You missed a
Yeah.
bunch of months. You probably owed him one. It's probably all good.
We'll just give this one to Brian Klaus. He's
Yeah,
so
say Brian
generous.
Klaus's name.
Just say Brian.
Nah, he's only generous to you, Kevin. Let's
No,
keep
that's
him
not
in check
true at
here.
all.
Brian has done nothing
and
for
to
us.
charities, which is good.
Mike,
Yeah,
He's given you a
Carrie.
lot of
He
stuff.
doesn't
I've
like me
gotten
and
nothing
Carrie.
from Brian except the gifts he gave me and the money.
He only gave me a lot of gifts and money. He didn't do anything for me. He never sent me multiple free packages of stuff. All right, fine. Say Brian's name.
Big and fun. Brian Big,
Big and fun. Dude, I
Brian
did
Big
create
and
an
Fun.
awesome logo for him today. Did you see it, Kevin?
No.
I just typed into ChatGPT.
Oh, I did
create
see that. That was the
logo
best one by far. in
for
my
Brian
opinion.
Big and Fun. It's like him
Reminds
merged
me
with
like
an elephant.
the island of Dr. Moreau. With,
Yeah, it's like
what's that
total
guy's
nightmare
name?
fuel.
Yeah.
Dr.
That's it.
Zhivago.
No.
Zhivago.
no.
I don't think
Dr.
I
Moreau.
can share. Carrie,
Dr. J.
I do think you owed him one. If it makes you feel any better,
Dude, but that's
I do-
messed up. If he didn't pay, I did this for free, man.
I
look
do
so
think
dumb.
you
Dumber
owed
than
him
usual.
one. I'm gonna
I'm, just
find
kidding. I'm
his
sure I
account
owed him
here.
several, honestly.
Yeah, I think we missed quite a few. That's probably why he unsubscribed from it, if we're going to be quite honest. It's because we probably didn't deliver multiple months in a row. So,
Brando.
But we did it.
Marlon
It was
Brando.
I buy. Was there two of them or just one of them?
you should say it for Josh. He was at the $100 level.
Harry Tornado, dude.
Like,
Let
he
me tell
doesn't
you.
probably need it, does he? Does he need
In
it?
honor
He
of
probably
Harry
doesn't need it.
Tornado, some tomato paste. Some flavoring
Harry tomato paste all over your face. He only paid for 2 months, and I feel like we already gave him 2 months. So literally, you did this for nothing. Say Sales
Yeah.
by Tony. Let's give him a shout
Sales by
out.
Tony. We did. Sales by Tony missed several. All my
Okay, so-
sales. I'm talking all my sales.
Actually, dude, you know what though?
by
Now, if that's the case, it means that tier is available. I think I'm gonna cancel
dude.
it.
Yeah,
I think I'm
let's
gonna
get rid
kill
of
it.
Oh, are we gonna kill
Jelly
Jelly
hands.
hands?
I think we're gonna kill it. Yeah.
Oh man, we can't. People
People are gonna be upset if we kill it. We should just
Well,
leave it. I'll do
they're
it.
not paying for it. They don't want it.
No, just
don't
leave
want
it.
it.
It's like
Nobody
Dave's
buys
videos.
it. Nobody buys it.
Is there someone though? I'm so confused because it says that someone's paying for it, but there's not anyone listed.
I didn't realize
That's
I was
very
hungry.
weird. Oh, maybe it's Josh. Maybe Josh is taking the spot because he's got that $100.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's
okay.
probably
There
what
you
it
go.
is.
Harry Tornado.
Yeah, it's Harry
Guys, if
Tornado.
you're looking, let me do my pitch for Harry Tornado, guys. If you're
Yeah.
looking for the most bland flea market content out there, Harry Tornado.
Well,
It's
if you're
just
looking-
a likable guy being likable at a flea market, buying stuff that makes no sense, that's worth nothing for prices he shouldn't pay. Harry Tornado.
Soda City Flips outed him on Roman's show. He
Is
outed
that
him.
dude
He's-
Soda
yeah.
City Flips? I remember that
Yeah.
guy.
What do
Yeah,
you mean? What do you mean? What did he do?
He outed him. He's like, I can't get those deals from those people. They only give those deals to Harry Tornado. I'm like, I wouldn't want them deals.
Yeah, they're charging double to Josh.
It's like,
What are you talking
who
about?
wants those deals? And thank you, Soda City Flips. He sent me a Commonwealth plush.
I changed it to $9,999. So once Josh remembers to downgrade his thing,
That would be
it will go. Basically, it'll never be used again. So Jelly Hands, say goodbye to Jelly Hands. All.
Are you? I feel like you're mad because you don't like my jelly hands anymore.
Come up with something else.
I feel like you're mad at me. I feel like you're
Do you
taking
feel
it
like
away
I'm
as a
mad?
punishment.
You sound like kind of like my wife. And I'm
I
just
feel like you're
do I
mad at
seem
me
mad?
about it.
Am
Like
I
I
mad?
didn't fulfill it to your specification.
No,
Why
I
are
think
you
your
mad,
Jelly Hands
Dave?
was great, man.
Why are you mad?
I
Dave?
think okay. Listen, I like your Jelly Hands. I don't think we do a good enough job keeping up with it, and so I don't want us to.
We
disappoint
meaning
people.
you, Carrie.
Well, me reminding him
feel
ahead
like
of time
this
because I know
feels like
he needs
all the
like a day
times I've been
notice.
fired. I feel like I'm getting fired.
Carrie, we're just gonna have to depart ways. I don't know how to say
I
this.
feel
nicely,
like you're
but
firing me
I'm-
from the one thing I contribute in this
I
podcast,
think
which
that
is pouring crap on my face.
I think that
It's all I
me
have,
and Kevin
Dave.
can do this without
Dave,
you.
I can't
And
tell
goodbye
Dawn I've lost
is,
this.
and here's the thing. Maybe I'll bring you to some other podcast.
I can't.
It's
that's
not
enough
the
of him.
same. Not
Yeah,
happening.
it's better. It seems better. Look,
No.
there's more money. Kevin,
Although
look,
he
there's more
is
money
a-
to go around.
Yeah,
There's more
that's
money to go
true.
around.
It's right.
Yeah,
That's why all
isn't
these
that nice?
podcasts get smaller, not bigger.
Nah, thanks
gotta
for watching,
share the
guys.
money.
Here we are, guys. We've got. I thought it was important to share an update about the Trash to Cash Daytona Beach Bash, and I said, forget Kevin and Carrie. I'm gonna upgrade the crowd and bring in the gingers. Bring in the gingers.
I'm more like salt and pepper now.
Yeah, I'm not full blown. You
have the ginger beard. You have the ginger beard.
Well, it's like tricolor.
Yeah, it's tricolor. So we've got Tim over the years and Brandon CVA. This is unauthorized. I haven't gotten permission from Kevin or Carrie to bring on these two folks. But both of them weren't available to give the update on the event, and everyone wants an update. So I'm going to throw this in at the end of the podcast. And I thought you guys probably don't even care about the event, but let me bring you on.
I absolutely do. I was one of the people who voiced I needed this after the Super Bowl.
You want it after the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because
Why is it gotta be after?
I have a job covering the NFL, so if it's kind of important for me to be available for my job.
You cover with your day job. You cover the NFL.
Yeah, Authentic in the Beard. I get paid for that. It's a paid gig.
Is it really?
Don't you watch this, Dave?
I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a sports guy.
That's right.
So I don't. You can't do it while you're traveling.
It's kind of professional. It's not like trash to cash like
but
on
dude,
Fremont Street.
Anyway, so voice your concerns at the end. Here's the issue. The issue is Daytona Beach at the moment. That's the issue. There's apparently a Brandon, I brought you because you're a racing guy. There's a race that weekend.
Daytona 500?
No, before that. Brandon, do you know about this? 3 weeks before, there's a race called the
That's it.
Rolex race?
Yeah, the 24-hour Le Mans race.
That thing is a big problem. It's making the rates insane, so we can't do it in Daytona.
Dude.
So the update is for the viewers and the Tim and the Brandon who don't view, but they're a big part of our soul. So we had to have
What do you mean? I view every week, every episode I view.
I listen.
Well,
you're
you.
Listening to it in the morning and evening drive-by. I don't listen to DJs.
Okay. All right. Well, but I'm listening to Authentic in the Beard. That's what I'm listening to, not the Trash to Cash. Okay. So anyways, the event, we may not be able to do it that weekend. The goal is to do it that weekend, but we really want Tim there. So now I got to rethink the whole thing. But the goal is still to do it that 19th, 20th, but it's probably going to have to happen in Orlando, Florida.
Wait, 19th and 20th of January or
January. How's that look for you, Tim? 19th and 20th of January.
The playoff schedule.
So, and Brandon, that would be in Orlando, though, which actually might be better. Sure. There's more to do in Orlando. There's Goodwill Bins. There's Joey Bada Bing. There's a lot there.
What airport is that?
MCO.
You said 19th and 20th?
Yeah.
And can I tell you, there's a little thing. If you're going to do it in Orlando, there's a small thing that people don't know about Orlando. What makes it so special? It's a new idea called Disney.
Oh, I've heard of that.
They've actually made a little bit of
place.
amusement park, but I don't know if anybody knows about it.
Listen, Tim. Okay, so when are the playoff games? Are they Saturday or Friday?
Okay, so the Saturday, January 20th, you have 2 games.
Okay. What about Friday?
No, on Friday. Sunday, you have 2 games also.
So, dude, why don't we just make sure there's no official event Saturday night so people can watch the game? And then Sunday, people can go home and watch it. Then we could do, the main event Friday night, and then Saturday morning we do garage sales, and people can hang out if they want Saturday night. But there also could just be people meeting at the bars and stuff to go watch the games on Saturday night. So I could
probably, if worst case scenario, I could probably fly in butt crack of dawn Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then fly out late night Saturday night.
Yeah. And what about
That's
the
how
beard?
much commitment he has for this if he's going to do that.
Are you authentic or are you the beard?
I'm the
I don't
beard.
know. You're the beard. That makes sense because you've got the beard. So if you were to shave your beard, does it just have to go away? The show gets a name change?
It's part of my brand.
It's then Authentic and the Tim at that point.
No, it's just the beard. But no, I mean, I might be able to swindle around that. I mean, like I said, I would love nothing more than to be part of the Trash to Cash bash.
We want you there, brother. We want you both
and
there.
Plus, like I said, Kevin seems to be the only person that reads my comments on Trash to Cash, by the way. But I mean, it'd be great because I could take my wife, and it's like beach. There's a beach there, right?
There's a beach in Daytona, but now we're talking Orlando. Now it's only an hour drive.
In Orlando?
And it's in the center of Florida. It's like an hour drive to the beach. It's not bad. An hour. I'll take you there in my car, Tim.
But
I'll let you borrow my car. You can drive over there.
The problem though is I don't know. I gotta have to bring a bag.
Why do you have to bring a bag?
Because I don't go to these things and not source.
I know. Yeah. Well, because there's a Goodwill Bins there. We could do yard sales.
I've never been to a Goodwill Bins before in my life.
I think there's 4 in Orlando. I think there's 4 of them, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, so if it's cheaper too. I mean, the cheaper the better. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think that airport's going to be cheaper to fly into.
We're resellers here, not content creators.
Yep. And yeah, hopefully, you just make a lot of money so you can come, Mr. Beard. Mr. Beard, have you seen the Ted Lasso show? I watched that recently.
I have not watched it yet,
dude.
but I
What
heard
the
it's
heck?
really good.
It's so good. There's even a guy called The
fantastic.
Beard.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm late to the party. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's.
I'm
crazy.
watching some new thing on Netflix, limited series called The Bodies. Very good.
Oh, okay.
They
okay.
find a dead body in 4 different eras.
Wow.
So 1890, 1940, 2023, and 2053.
You say this on Netflix?
Yes, it's the same body though every time period.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's time traveling. A
Right.
time traveling dead body. Oh, mind blown.
Really, you know, I like those little mind twisting things.
Okay. Well, listen, Carrie is just a failure. He's been he's had this job. His job was to motivate paulsmerch.com for 60 seconds for the last 4 weeks, and he hasn't done it. So I thought maybe, Tim, you would be the guy to motivate paulsmerch.com
Yes.
for the end of this episode. Can you go ahead and just motivate him, tell him he can do it? Paulsmerch.com.
Paulsmerch.com. I have absolutely no idea who you are.
Check
But
out this website, though.
that being said, it's even more important that you know that you too can be great. You can be great at not one thing. You can be great at everything. Everything you can be great at. All you have to do is do. And if you do, you can be great. And if you are great, it's because you have done what you had to do. Be great, Paul. Be
Amen.
great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
that's
go
about
visit his
authentic.
website.
He might be authentic and the beard.
He might be both. He might be
That's
like
pretty
moonlighting as authentic as the beard. Okay, so last thing I'll say, guys, even though I can't give you exact details today, our event planner is heavy at work right now, moving everything to Orlando, and he's going to come back by Friday to me and give me the whole rundown of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, things like that. So in the next episode of the podcast, we should finally have like pricing nailed down, all this other stuff ready to go, so we can actually do the Trash to Cash Orlando bash with 2 gingers and this guy.
I mean, Orlando's a little
Must
bit
get
more
paid for this.
classier than Daytona, isn't
I
it?
think so too. Yeah, I think it's a little higher end. You can go to Universal. You can do, there's all
Well,
types
let's
of.
not tell my wife that there's
mini
all
golf.
those things to do.
got
mini
mini golf.
yes.
Got mini
Any sort of golf, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because listen,
Top golf. I think it has a Top
I
golf.
have missed every event where you guys go golfing, and
Yeah.
I have been waiting for the day that I can put it on everybody and let them know who the real,
You should see Dave's
Tiger
golf
Woods
swing,
is.
by the way.
Dude, actually, no, they do. They have a Top Golf in Orlando, which they don't in Daytona. So, dude,
Yeah.
we'll go to Top Golf if you come. It'll be fun. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
How much we
Trash to
getting paid?
Cash. This is Trash to Cash, I guess.
Lady Arbitrage, how are you doing? I see that you've spent a little bit of our money to be motivated by me, which, is kind of a conundrum. You've already kind of won the lottery because, hey, here I am, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you want to be motivated as well. I haven't been working out, as you're well aware. I have been picking and thrifting and spending our hard-earned money on sports cards primarily that have been selling in the $1.50 and below range. It's not the best business model, but it's ours, right? Well, babe, let me tell you this. As you learn to start doing, I know you're excited to start learning List Perfectly, Code American Arbitrage. Why not? Why not? Let's get double paid for this. I mean, I'm losing money already. As you're learning List Perfectly on your new Google Chromebook, which, by the way, we bought like a month ago and you have not even touched. So we've got to get on this, Don. You want to start doing the cross-listing? I think you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. I'm going to do my best to try to teach you something technical, which is not your thing, as you try to teach me how to do everything in life, which I am not good at. So we're a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. I help you with computer stuff. You help put out my clothing, feed me, make sure that I'm just coherent and awake. We're a team. I love you, babe. Thank you for this. And you know what? Get motivated. Get motivated. Motivate me. I need help.